Welcome to our compilation of 404 random facts that will blow your mind. Sit down, relax, and let's dive in. Number 1, ergophobia is the fear of work and can cause severe anxiety related to employment. Some people with this phobia fear manual labor, while others fear the work environment, colleagues, or even job searching. Symptoms may include panic attacks, sweating, nausea, or avoidance behaviors. Ergophobia is often linked to past workplace trauma, performance anxiety, or social phobia. Treatment typically involves therapy, exposure techniques, or cognitive behavioral strategies to help individuals manage their fears and regain confidence. Number 2, when it comes to sheer size, the right whale holds the record for the largest testicles in the animal kingdom. Each testis weighs approximately 1,000 kilograms, 2,200 pounds, making them the largest of any species. These massive reproductive organs allow right whales to produce large amounts of sperm, increasing their chances of fertilizing a mate in the highly competitive world of whale reproduction. The sheer size is necessary due to the intense sperm competition among whales. Number 3. The white bellbird, found in the Amazon rainforest, is officially the world's loudest bird. The male bellbird produces an astonishing 125 decibel call, which is as loud as a chainsaw or a rock concert. This piercing sound is used to attract females, but because it is so loud, the bird often calls with its beak right next to a female's head. Scientists believe this unusual courtship behavior is meant to prove the male's strength and vitality. Number 4, armadillos are unique among mammals because they almost always give birth to identical quadruplets. This means that each litter is made up of 4 genetically identical offspring that develop from a single fertilized egg. Scientists believe this reproductive strategy may help armadillos increase their survival rate in the wild. The mother nurses the babies in her burrow for several weeks before they venture out on their own. Number 5, birds do not urinate like mammals. Instead of having separate urine and feces, they excrete both waste materials simultaneously through a single opening called the cloaca. Their waste is a white, pasty substance, which is actually uric acid rather than liquid urine. This system helps birds stay lightweight for flight by eliminating the need for a urinary bladder. However, ostriches, which are flightless birds, are an exception and do have a separate urinary system. Number 6, the human brain is constantly undergoing a process called phagocytosis, where cells literally consume smaller cells or waste materials. This process helps the brain stay healthy by removing damaged or unnecessary neurons. While this is essential for brain function, excessive cell consumption has been linked to neurodegenerative diseases, such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Scientists believe that poor sleep, high stress, and poor diet can accelerate this self-eating process, potentially harming brain health. Number 7, isoptrophobia is an intense fear of mirrors and reflective surfaces. Also called spectrophobia or catoptrophobia, this phobia can stem from superstitions, trauma, or paranormal beliefs. Some sufferers fear that mirrors can trap spirits, while others may have low self-esteem and cannot tolerate their own reflection. People with isoptrophobia avoid mirrors entirely, sometimes going to extreme lengths to remove them from their homes. Treatment often involves gradual exposure therapy and cognitive behavioral techniques. Number 8, contrary to popular belief, beavers do not live inside their dams. The dam is only a protective barrier that creates a deep water habitat to keep predators away. Beavers actually live in lodges, which are dome-shaped wooden structures with secret underwater entrances. These lodges provide warmth, safety, and a place to raise young. The dam also helps regulate water levels, ensuring that their home remains submerged and inaccessible to predators. Number 9, ants do not have lungs, yet they still need oxygen to survive. Instead of breathing through a centralized system, they absorb oxygen through tiny holes along their bodies called spiracles. These microscopic openings allow oxygen to enter and carbon dioxide to exit, ensuring that each part of the ant's body gets enough air. Because ants have no blood vessels, the oxygen is delivered directly to their tissues, making their respiratory system highly efficient. Number 10, before toilet paper became widely available, people used a variety of materials for cleaning themselves, including leaves, moss, and even seashells. In early American history, one of the most common tools was the corn cob, which was both abundant and absorbent. Some people also used newspapers or catalog pages as a substitute. Toilet paper wasn't mass-produced until the late 19th century, and indoor plumbing made it a household necessity. Number 11. Deipnophobia is the fear of dining with others, often leading to severe anxiety or avoidance of social meals. This phobia can stem from social anxiety, fear of conversation, or discomfort with eating in front of others. People with deipnophobia may dread dinner parties, restaurant outings, or family gatherings. It is often linked to underlying social phobias, and treatment includes cognitive behavioral therapy, exposure therapy, and relaxation techniques to help manage symptoms. Number 1. Spiders have a fascinating circulatory system that uses hemolymph, a clear or bluish fluid, instead of red blood. Unlike humans, whose blood gets its red color from iron-rich hemoglobin, spiders' hemolymph contains copper-based hemocyanin, which helps transport oxygen. Since they have an open circulatory system, their blood flows freely inside their bodies rather than being confined to veins and arteries. This unique adaptation allows them to survive in various environments with minimal oxygen requirements. Number 2. There are no muscles inside your fingers. Instead, their movement is controlled by tendons and muscles located in the palms and forearms. The muscles in your forearm contract to pull on tendons, which act like strings to move your fingers. This anatomical setup allows for intricate finger movements and grip strength without making the fingers bulky. It's the same mechanism that enables pianists, surgeons, and artists to perform incredibly precise and delicate movements with their hands. Number 3. A portmanteau is a linguistic blend of two words, forming a new one with combined meaning, like brunch from breakfast and lunch. Though the word portmanteau itself is not a portmanteau, it originates from French, where it refers to a suitcase with two compartments. English has many famous portmanteau words, including smog, smoke plus fog, motel, motor plus hotel, and glamping, glamorous plus camping. These words evolve naturally in language as people find creative ways to describe new ideas or concepts. Number 4. Ghost bats, native to Australia, are among the few bat species with white fur, which gives them a spectral appearance in dim light. Unlike most bats, which have darker fur for camouflage, ghost bats rely on their incredible echolocation skills to hunt insects, frogs, and even other bats. Their large ears help detect faint sounds, making them effective nocturnal predators. Despite their eerie name, ghost bats are crucial to maintaining ecological balance by controlling insect populations. Number 5. Phasmophobia is the intense fear of ghosts and the supernatural. People with this phobia may experience extreme anxiety when discussing spirits, watching horror movies, or being alone in dark places. The fear often stems from cultural beliefs, personal experiences, or an overactive imagination. Some psychologists suggest that phasmophobia may be linked to an evolutionary survival instinct, where humans developed a heightened awareness of unseen dangers to avoid predators in the wild. Number 6. What's inside a Kit Kat? Interestingly, broken Kit Kats that don't pass quality control during production are ground up and mixed with cocoa and sugar to form the creamy filling between the wafers. This recycling process reduces food waste and ensures that every Kit Kat bar has its signature texture and flavor. So, when you bite into one, you're not just eating a chocolate-covered wafer, you're enjoying a sustainable treat made from other Kit Kats. Number 7. A cockroach can survive for over a week without its head. This is because cockroaches don't rely on their brain to breathe. Instead, they have small openings called spiracles along their body that supply oxygen directly to their tissues. They only die after about a week due to dehydration, since they can't drink water without a mouth. Their ability to endure extreme conditions makes them some of the most resilient creatures on Earth. Number 8. A 3,000-year-old mummy can still have identifiable fingerprints. The preservation process used in ancient Egyptian mummification prevented decay by removing moisture and using drying agents like natron salt. Because of this, some mummies still retain detailed skin impressions, including fingerprints. This allows modern forensic experts to study ancient individuals, helping to uncover their identities, causes of death, and even aspects of their daily lives. Number 9. A man once sculpted a statue of himself using his own hair, teeth, and nails. This bizarre work of art was created by an artist who wanted to make a self-portrait using only materials from his own body. It highlights the unusual and sometimes unsettling ways artists push creative boundaries. Hair, nails, and teeth are all made of keratin, a protein that remains intact long after a person has died, making it an eerie yet lasting form of self-expression. Number 10. The Asian vampire moth is one of the few insects that drink the blood of animals. Unlike typical moths that feed on nectar, these moths pierce the skin of mammals, including deer and even humans, to consume blood. Scientists believe that male vampire moths develop this behavior to extract extra minerals needed for reproduction. Despite their eerie feeding habits, these moths pose no serious threat to humans and are more of an unusual curiosity in the insect world. Number 11. About 99% of the human body is empty space. This mind-blowing fact comes from the nature of atoms, which make up all matter. Atoms consist of a tiny, dense nucleus surrounded by electrons that orbit at vast distances relative to their size. If you could remove all the empty space from atoms, the entire human race could fit into the volume of a sugar cube. This highlights the strange and counterintuitive reality of quantum physics. Number 12. Exploding head syndrome is a rare sleep disorder that causes people to hear extremely loud noises, like explosions, gunshots, or crashing sounds, just as they are falling asleep. Despite its alarming name, the condition isn't dangerous and doesn't involve actual explosions. Scientists believe it may be caused by a misfire in the brain's auditory system, as it transitions between wakefulness and sleep. Many sufferers describe the sensation as a sudden brain boom with no external source. Number 13. 90% of the cells in the human body aren't actually human. Our bodies are home to trillions of bacteria, viruses, and fungi, which outnumber our own human cells by a staggering margin. These microscopic organisms, collectively known as the microbiome, play essential roles in digestion, immunity, and even mental health. Without them, humans wouldn't be able to survive, proving that we are more of an ecosystem than a single organism. Number 14. Pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain, which breaks down proteins. This means that when you eat pineapple, it's actually digesting you back. Bromelain is so powerful that it's used as a meat tenderizer in cooking. This enzyme also has anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties, making pineapples not just delicious but also beneficial for health. However, it's the reason why eating too much fresh pineapple can cause a tingling or burning sensation in your mouth. Number 15. Astronomers have identified a mysterious force pulling all galaxies toward a single point, known as dark flow. Unlike dark matter or dark energy, which are well-established concepts, dark flow remains unexplained. Some scientists believe it could be caused by massive structures beyond the observable universe, exerting a gravitational pull on everything we see. This phenomenon challenges our understanding of the cosmos and suggests there may be unseen regions of space influencing our universe. Number 16. Chickens can spontaneously change sex from female to male. This rare occurrence happens when a hen's single functional ovary becomes damaged or stops working. Since chickens have both male and female reproductive tissues at birth, the dormant male tissue can activate, causing the hen to develop male characteristics like a larger comb, wattles, and even the ability to crow. However, these male chickens usually remain infertile and cannot father offspring. Number 17. Astronaut Scott Kelly drank 730 liters of his own sweat and urine to stay hydrated while living aboard the International Space Station for nearly a year. NASA uses advanced filtration systems to recycle water, turning astronauts' waste fluids into clean, drinkable water. This closed-loop system is essential for long-term space missions, where water resupply isn't an option. Kelly's experience demonstrated the importance of sustainable resource management for future space exploration. Number 18. Bees, like humans, enjoy addictive substances such as caffeine and nicotine. Studies show that caffeine, found in some flowers, enhances bees' memory, helping them remember which plants to visit. Meanwhile, nicotine affects their behavior, making them more likely to return to certain flowers. This mutual benefit helps plants get pollinated while keeping bees energized. However, just like in humans, too much of these substances can have negative effects on bee health. Number 19. Scientists have successfully tricked people into believing they are invisible using virtual reality illusions. By synchronizing visual and touch stimuli, researchers can make participants feel like their body has disappeared. This illusion is created by showing the person an empty space where their body should be while simultaneously touching them in a way that aligns with what they see. These experiments help scientists understand human perception and could have applications in therapy for anxiety disorders. Number 20. Helium, which makes up about 24% of the known universe, is a non-renewable resource on Earth, and we are rapidly running out of it. Since helium is lighter than air, it escapes our atmosphere into space, making it impossible to recover. Helium is essential not just for balloons, but also for cooling medical MRI machines and running high-tech scientific equipment. The shortage has led to rising costs and concerns over future supply. Number 21. Freshwater snails are among the deadliest creatures on Earth, killing up to 20,000 people per year. They transmit a parasitic disease called schistosomiasis, which infects millions of people, primarily in tropical and subtropical regions. The disease spreads when people come into contact with contaminated water. Symptoms range from fever and fatigue to severe organ damage. Despite their harmless appearance, these tiny snails pose a serious global health threat. Number 22. Dead bodies can get goosebumps. This happens because the tiny muscles at the base of hair follicles, called arrector pili, contract when exposed to cold or certain stimuli, even after death. This contraction is part of the body's natural post-mortem changes as rigor mortis sets in. In life, goosebumps are triggered by adrenaline, causing hair to stand on end for warmth, or as a reaction to fear. After death, chemical processes cause similar effects temporarily. Number 23. The largest pumpkin ever recorded in U.S. history weighed an astonishing 2,258 pounds. It was grown by Steve Geddes in New Hampshire in 2018 and set a national record. Competitive pumpkin growing is a serious hobby, with some farmers dedicating months to nurturing their giant gourds. These massive pumpkins require careful feeding, watering, and even shade protection to reach such enormous sizes. The world record, however, is even larger, exceeding 2,700 pounds. Number 24. Pumpkins are classified as a fruit, not a vegetable. Botanically speaking, a fruit develops from the flower of a plant and contains seeds, which pumpkins do. This makes them relatives of cucumbers, melons, and squash. While they are often used in savory dishes like soups and stews, their natural sweetness makes them a favorite in pies and desserts. Interestingly, every part of a pumpkin is edible, including the skin, flesh, seeds, and even the leaves. Number 25. The fastest jack-o'-lantern carver in the world is Stephen Clark, who set the Guinness World Record by carving a pumpkin in just 16.47 seconds. His lightning-fast technique involves making precise cuts with special tools, allowing him to complete a simple jack-o'-lantern face in record time. Pumpkin carving has evolved from a Halloween tradition into a competitive sport, with contests held worldwide for speed, artistry, and creativity. Number 26. A 1970 study found that children are more likely to steal when they are wearing costumes. This psychological phenomenon is linked to the concept of de-individuation. When people feel anonymous, they are more likely to engage in behavior they normally wouldn't. Wearing a costume or mask can reduce self-awareness and responsibility, making individuals more prone to mischievous or dishonest actions. This finding has been applied to studies on crowd behavior and online anonymity. Number 27. Albert Einstein's brain was preserved after his death in 1955. A pathologist named Dr. Thomas Stoltz Harvey removed it during the autopsy. Hoping to study what made Einstein so intelligent, he sliced the brain into pieces and sent samples to researchers around the world. Studies revealed that Einstein's brain had an unusually high number of glial cells, which support neurons, and unique structures that may have contributed to his remarkable cognitive abilities. Number 28. The Empire State Building in New York was the tallest building in the world, from 1931 until 1971. Standing at 1,454 feet, including its antenna, it was the first skyscraper to exceed 100 floors. It was built during the Great Depression in just over a year, a remarkable feat of engineering. Today, it remains an iconic symbol of New York City, attracting millions of visitors who admire its Art Deco design and breathtaking views. Number 29. Contrary to popular belief, the Great Wall of China is not easily visible from space with the naked eye. Despite the myth, NASA has confirmed that the wall is too narrow and blends into its surroundings. Astronauts have reported that it is much harder to see than other human-made structures, like cities at night. The idea that the Great Wall is uniquely visible from space dates back centuries but has been debunked by modern space travelers. Number 30. The first footprints on the moon will remain there for at least 1 million years. Since the moon has no atmosphere, there is no wind, rain, or erosion to disturb them. The only forces that could erase the Apollo astronauts' tracks are micrometeorite impacts or future human activity. This means that Neil Armstrong's historic first step in 1969 is likely to remain imprinted on the moon's surface for an incredibly long time. Number 31. Female spiders often eat their male counterparts after mating. This behavior, known as sexual cannibalism, occurs in many spider species, including black widows and orb weavers. Scientists believe it provides the female with extra nutrients to help her produce healthy eggs. Some males attempt to avoid being eaten by offering food gifts, mating quickly, or even playing dead. However, in many cases, the female still ends up making a meal of her mate. Number 32. 1 million Earths could fit inside the Sun. The Sun has a diameter of about 864,000 miles, making it 109 times wider than Earth. Its immense volume means it could hold approximately 1.3 million Earths if they were packed tightly. Despite its size, the Sun is considered an average-sized star compared to giant stars in the universe. It provides the heat and light necessary for life on Earth and will continue burning for another 5 billion years. Number 33. Even in an airplane, a trip to Pluto would take about 800 years. The dwarf planet is an average of 3.7 billion miles from Earth. The New Horizons spacecraft, which traveled at speeds of 36,373 miles per hour, took nearly 10 years to reach Pluto. By comparison, a commercial airplane flying at around 500 miles per hour would need nearly a millennium to make the journey, showing just how vast our solar system is. Number 34. Ham the astrochimp was the first hominid in space, launched on January 31st, 1961. Before sending humans, NASA tested spaceflight on animals to study the effects of microgravity. Ham was trained to push levers and perform tasks to demonstrate that primates could function in space. His mission was a success, and he returned safely to Earth. Ham paved the way for human space exploration, leading to the first manned U.S. spaceflight just months later. Number 35. Neptune's days are only 16 hours long. Despite being the farthest planet from the Sun, Neptune rotates on its axis very quickly, completing a full spin in about 16 hours. This rapid rotation contributes to its extreme weather patterns, including the fastest winds in the solar system, which can reach speeds of over 1,200 miles per hour. These winds create massive storms, such as the Great Dark Spot, a hurricane-like system observed in Neptune's atmosphere. Number 36. It takes 8 minutes and 19 seconds for light to travel from the Sun to Earth. Light moves at a speed of about 168,000 miles per second. So even though the Sun is roughly 93 million miles away, its rays reach us in just over 8 minutes. This means that when we look at the Sun, we're actually seeing it as it was 8 minutes ago. If the Sun were to suddenly disappear, we wouldn't notice immediately. Number 37. A neutron star can spin up to 600 times per second. These stars form when massive stars collapse in on themselves, creating an incredibly dense object with a diameter of about 12 miles, but more mass than the Sun. Because of their rapid rotation and strong magnetic fields, neutron stars emit beams of radiation, which can be detected as pulsars from Earth. Their extreme speed and density make them some of the most bizarre objects in space. Number 38. Jupiter is the fastest spinning planet in the solar system, taking only about 10 hours to complete a full rotation. Despite being the largest planet, its rapid rotation creates powerful storms, including the famous Great Red Spot, a storm that has been raging for over 200 years. This fast spin also flattens Jupiter slightly at the poles, making it an oblate spheroid rather than a perfect sphere. Number 39. Sound does not carry in space. Unlike on Earth, where sound waves travel through air, space is a vacuum with no medium for sound to move through. This is why astronauts in space communicate via radio waves, which do not require air to travel. If two astronauts were floating outside their spacecraft, they wouldn't be able to hear each other, no matter how loud they screamed. Number 40. The Earth's core is as hot as the surface of the sun. The temperature at the core is estimated to be around 6,000 degrees Celsius, which is nearly the same as the sun's outer layer. The intense heat comes from residual energy from the planet's formation, radioactive decay, and immense pressure. This heat drives Earth's geology, causing volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and the movement of tectonic plates. Without this fiery core, our planet would be geologically dead. Number 41. The very first animals sent into space were fruit flies. In 1947, American scientists launched these tiny insects aboard a V-2 rocket to study the effects of radiation at high altitudes. The flies were chosen because of their biological similarities to humans, and they surprisingly survived the journey. Their successful mission paved the way for larger animals, like monkeys and dogs, to be sent into orbit, eventually leading to human spaceflight. Number 42. In 2011, 10-year-old Catherine Aurora Gray made an incredible discovery. She spotted a supernova that no one else had seen before. A supernova is a massive explosion that occurs when a star reaches the end of its life. Catherine became the youngest person ever to discover one, proving that anyone, even a child, can make groundbreaking contributions to science. Supernovae are vital because they spread elements that help form planets, including Earth. Number 43. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, has saltwater geysers that shoot over 100 miles, 160 kilometers, into space, making them 20 times taller than Mount Everest. These geysers are evidence of a massive subsurface ocean beneath Europa's icy crust. Scientists believe this ocean could potentially harbor alien life, making Europa one of the most exciting places in the solar system for future exploration. NASA plans to send a spacecraft to study it in the 2030s. Number 44. Saturn's rings are made of trillions of pieces of ice and rock. These particles range in size from tiny grains to massive chunks the size of mountains. Scientists believe the rings could be the remnants of a destroyed moon or leftover debris from the planet's formation. Despite their stunning appearance, Saturn's rings are relatively thin, only about 30 feet, 10 meters thick in most places, making them one of the most delicate structures in space. Number 45. Garlic bulbs are nutritional powerhouses. They contain vitamin C, iron, potassium, magnesium, zinc, and 17 amino acids essential for human health. Garlic has been used for centuries in medicine due to its antibacterial and antiviral properties. It's known to boost the immune system, lower blood pressure, and even help prevent colds. Ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans believed in garlic's healing power and often fed it to soldiers for strength in battle. Number 46. On the remote South Atlantic island of Tristan da Cunha, potatoes were once used as currency. The island's isolation made it difficult to access traditional money, so locals traded goods and services using potatoes instead. This unusual form of currency highlights the importance of local resources in isolated communities. Even today, the island remains one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth, with only a few hundred residents. Number 47. The strawberry is the only fruit that bears its seeds on the outside. Unlike other fruits that keep their seeds hidden inside, strawberries have about 200 seeds on their outer surface. Interestingly, each tiny seed is considered an individual fruit, meaning a single strawberry is actually an aggregate fruit made up of multiple small fruits. Strawberries belong to the rose family, which also includes apples, cherries, and raspberries. Number 48. Coffee became popular in America after the Boston Tea Party of 1773. Following the protest against British tea taxes, drinking tea was seen as unpatriotic. So many Americans switched to coffee instead. This shift helped coffee become a staple of American culture. Today, the U.S. is one of the largest coffee-consuming countries in the world. with millions of people relying on their morning cup of joe to start the day. Number 49. The double coconut palm produces the largest seed in the world, weighing up to 20 kilos. Also known as the coco de mer, this massive seed takes up to 6 years to fully mature. It was once believed to have magical properties due to its unusual size and shape. Found only on a few islands in the Seychelles, this rare palm is now protected to prevent overharvesting. Number 50. Ice cream was once called cream ice. When it first became popular in Europe during the 1600s, it was known by this simple name. The dessert gained fame in royal courts, especially in France, where King Louis XIV was a big fan. Over time, the name evolved into ice cream, as the frozen treat became more widely available. Early recipes were labor-intensive, requiring constant churning and ice mixed with salt to freeze the mixture. Number 51. Pound cake got its name because the original recipe called for a pound of each ingredient: flour, butter, sugar, and eggs. This simple formula made it easy to remember, even for those who couldn't read. First recorded in the 1700s, pound cake became a staple in many households due to its long shelf life and rich flavor. Over time, variations have emerged, including lighter versions, with added ingredients like vanilla, lemon, or baking powder. Number 52. Peanuts aren't nuts. They are actually legumes, meaning they belong to the same plant family as beans and lentils. Unlike tree nuts, peanuts grow underground in pods. Despite this, they are commonly grouped with nuts due to their similar taste and nutritional profile. Peanuts are packed with protein and healthy fats, making them a popular snack around the world. Interestingly, peanut plants are unique because they flower above ground but produce their seeds underground. Number 53. Carrots weren't always orange. They were originally purple, white, and yellow. The orange variety we know today was selectively bred by Dutch farmers in the 16th century as a tribute to the ruling House of Orange. Purple and yellow carrots still exist and can be found in specialty markets. Different colors contain different nutrients. Purple carrots are rich in antioxidants, while yellow ones have extra lutein, which is good for eye health. Number 54. Cherries are part of the rose family. They belong to the Rosaceae family, which also includes peaches, apples, pears, and raspberries. This explains their delicate flowers and sweet fragrance. The cherry tree's blossoms are especially famous in Japan, where they are celebrated in the annual Sakura festival. Beyond their beauty, cherries are packed with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that may help reduce muscle soreness and improve sleep quality. Number 55. Lima beans can call wasps for help. When insects start eating their leaves, lima bean plants release chemicals that attract parasitic wasps. These wasps lay their eggs inside the pests, ultimately killing them. This defense mechanism helps protect the plant without needing pesticides. Scientists are studying these natural signals to improve pest control in agriculture, potentially reducing the need for chemical sprays. Nature truly has some fascinating survival strategies. Number 56. Apples float in water because they are 25% air. The pockets of air inside the fruit make them less dense than water, causing them to bob to the surface. This unique property is why apple bobbing became a popular Halloween game. The air also helps keep apples fresh longer, making them one of the most widely stored and transported fruits worldwide. With over 7,500 varieties grown across the globe, apples are truly a versatile fruit. Number 57. Ripe cranberries bounce like rubber balls. This is because they have tiny air pockets inside, much like apples. Farmers use this trait to sort ripe cranberries. If they bounce, they are ready to eat. The air inside also makes them float, which is why many cranberry farms use water to harvest the berries efficiently. These small but mighty fruits are packed with antioxidants and are known for promoting urinary tract health. Number 58. German chocolate cake isn't German. It's actually named after an American baker named Samuel German, who developed a type of dark baking chocolate in 1852. The cake itself, featuring layers of chocolate, coconut, and pecans, was first popularized in 1957 when a Texas newspaper published the recipe. The name confusion continues today, but the dessert remains a beloved classic in American baking. Number 59. Cilantro and coriander come from the same plant. In the US, the leaves of the plant are called cilantro, while the seeds are known as coriander. However, in many other parts of the world, both are simply called coriander. This herb is widely used in Latin American, Indian, and Asian cuisines. Interestingly, some people have a genetic trait that makes cilantro taste soapy, which explains why it's a love it or hate it ingredient. Number 60. Spam is a portmanteau of spice and ham. This canned meat product was first introduced in 1937 and became a staple during World War II due to its long shelf life. Today it is especially popular in Hawaii, where it's used in dishes like spam musubi, a sushi-like snack. Spam's reputation has evolved from a wartime necessity to a beloved comfort food enjoyed in many different cultures. Number 61. Alpha Centauri isn't a single star, but a star system. It consists of 3 stars: Alpha Centauri A, Alpha Centauri B, and Proxima Centauri. The closest of these, Proxima Centauri, is 4.22 light-years away, making it the nearest known star to Earth outside our own sun. Scientists have discovered an exoplanet in this system, leading to speculation about the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Number 62. One day on Venus is longer than an entire year on Earth. Venus has an incredibly slow rotation. It takes 243 Earth days for Venus to complete one full spin on its axis. However, it only takes 225 Earth days for Venus to orbit the Sun. This means that a day on Venus is actually longer than a year there. If you lived on Venus, you could technically celebrate your birthday before a full day had passed. Number 63. Jupiter's Great Red Spot is a storm that has been raging for over 200 years. This massive, swirling storm is so large that Earth could fit inside it 3 times. Scientists believe it has existed for at least 350 years, but it has been slowly shrinking. The storm's reddish hue is thought to come from chemical reactions in Jupiter's upper atmosphere, possibly involving sulfur and phosphorus compounds. Number 64. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. Scientists estimate that the observable universe contains at least 200 billion trillion stars. This is far greater than the number of sand grains on all of Earth's beaches and deserts combined. Many of these stars have planets orbiting them, making the potential for alien life even more fascinating. Number 65. Despite their size, submarines are always called boats rather than ships. This is a long-standing naval tradition. One theory is that early submarines were small enough to be carried on larger ships, earning them the name boats. Even modern nuclear submarines, which can be over 500 feet long, still retain this title. Another theory is that submarines operate in a different way than surface ships, diving below the waves rather than sailing on top of them. Number 66. Hedy Lamarr was not just a Hollywood actress. She also helped invent modern Wi-Fi. During World War II, she co-invented a frequency-hopping communication system to prevent enemy forces from jamming Allied radio signals. Though it wasn't widely used at the time, her technology later became the foundation for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS. Today, she is recognized as both a film icon and a pioneering inventor. Number 67. Walt Disney started drawing regularly when he was just 4 years old. His passion for art led him to create the world-famous Mickey Mouse in 1928, launching one of the most successful entertainment companies in history. Disney's love for storytelling and animation revolutionized the film industry, bringing us classics like Snow White, Cinderella, and The Lion King. His legacy lives on through Disney parks and films that continue to inspire millions. Number 68. Abraham Lincoln lost 5 separate elections before becoming President of the United States. His persistence paid off in 1860 when he won the presidency and later led the nation through the Civil War. Despite facing numerous setbacks in both his personal and political life, Lincoln remained determined. His resilience serves as a reminder that failure is often just a stepping stone to success. Number 69. Pablo Picasso entered art school around the age of 10. His talent was recognized early, and by the time he was a teenager, he was already creating professional-level artwork. Picasso went on to become one of the most influential artists of the 20th century, co-founding the Cubist movement and producing over 50,000 works of art. His ability to reinvent his style throughout his career set him apart from other artists. Number 70. Frederick Douglass taught himself to read and write. Born into slavery, Douglass secretly learned to read by trading bread for lessons with white children in his neighborhood. He later escaped slavery and became a leading voice in the abolitionist movement, delivering powerful speeches and writing influential books. His autobiography, Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, remains one of the most important accounts of slavery in American history. Number 71. Before European contact, California's indigenous tribes spoke over 200 unique dialects. The state was home to one of the most linguistically diverse populations in North America. However, due to colonization and forced assimilation, many of these languages have disappeared or are now endangered. Efforts are being made to revitalize and preserve them, as language is a vital part of cultural identity and history. Number 72. Amelia Earhart first saw an airplane at age 10, but didn't fly in one until she was 23. Despite this late start, she went on to become the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean in 1932. Earhart was a pioneering aviator and an advocate for women in aviation, inspiring generations of female pilots. Her mysterious disappearance in 1937 remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in history. Number 73. Abraham Lincoln was a professional wrestler long before he became the 16th President of the United States. Before entering politics, Lincoln was known for his towering height, 6 feet 4 inches, and impressive strength. He competed in nearly 300 wrestling matches and was only defeated once. His skill in the ring even earned him a spot in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. His physical prowess, combined with his sharp wit, made him a formidable opponent both in debates and in the wrestling ring. Number 74. After landing in Ireland following her first solo transatlantic flight, Amelia Earhart was asked where she was from. When she answered America, the farmer she spoke to almost didn't believe her. On May 21, 1932, Earhart became the first woman to complete a solo flight across the Atlantic. Her journey from Newfoundland to Northern Ireland took nearly 15 hours, and she battled strong winds, mechanical issues, and extreme fatigue. Her courage and determination cemented her status as a pioneering aviator. Number 75. Frederick Douglass's birth name was Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey. He was born into slavery in 1818, but after escaping to freedom, he changed his last name to Douglas to avoid being recaptured. He chose the name after the hero clan in Sir Walter Scott's poem, The Lady of the Lake. Douglass went on to become one of the most influential abolitionists in history, advocating for the rights of African Americans and women. Number 76. Frida Kahlo created 143 paintings, and 55 of them were self-portraits. The Mexican artist often painted herself as a way to express her pain, resilience, and identity. After a severe bus accident at age 18, she suffered from chronic pain for the rest of her life. Kahlo's work, full of symbolism and surrealism, made her one of the most celebrated artists of the 20th century. Today, she is a feminist icon and an inspiration worldwide. Number 77. Babe Ruth was the first baseball player to hit a home run in an all-star game. This historic moment happened at Chicago's Comiskey Park in 1933. Ruth, one of the greatest baseball players of all time, hit 714 career home runs and helped popularize baseball in America. His legendary status extends beyond sports, as his name is still synonymous with greatness and power, hitting today. 78. Some tornadoes can be faster than Formula One race cars. The most extreme tornadoes have been recorded moving at speeds of over 300 miles per hour, while Formula One cars typically max out at around 220 miles per hour. These powerful storms can level buildings, uproot trees, and toss cars like toys. The tri-state tornado of 1925, the deadliest in United States history, traveled over 219 miles, making it one of the longest-lasting tornadoes ever recorded. 79. There are 2,000 thunderstorms on Earth every minute. Thunderstorms occur when warm, moist air rises and cools, creating clouds that generate lightning, thunder, and rain. At any given time, approximately 16 million thunderstorms happen worldwide each year. The most active place for thunderstorms is Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela, where lightning strikes about 260 nights a year. This area is home to the Catatumbo lightning, a nearly continuous electrical storm phenomenon. 80. The wind is silent until it blows against something. Wind itself has no sound, but when it collides with objects, trees, buildings, or even your own ears, it creates vibrations that we perceive as noise. The eerie howling of wind during storms is caused by its interaction with surfaces, shaping its tone and intensity. Some of the strongest recorded winds were during Tropical Cyclone Olivia in 1996, with gusts reaching 253 miles per hour in Australia. 81. There are ice caves in Iceland that have hot springs. Iceland, known as the land of fire and ice, has unique ice caves formed by melting glaciers, some of which contain geothermally heated pools. The Vatnajökull Glacier, one of Europe's largest, has stunning blue ice caves that shift and change each year. In places like the Grjótagja Cave, hot springs maintain warm water temperatures, creating a surreal experience of soaking in warmth while surrounded by ice. 82. The fastest recorded raindrop was 18 miles per hour. Raindrops fall at different speeds depending on their size. The smallest droplets, called drizzle, can fall as slowly as 1 mile per hour, while larger drops reach speeds up to 18 miles per hour. Despite their speed, raindrops never fall faster because air resistance balances gravity's pull, preventing them from becoming dangerously fast projectiles. 83. The United States gets over 1,200 tornadoes a year. The United States experiences more tornadoes than any other country, mostly in Tornado Alley, a region stretching from Texas to South Dakota. The peak tornado season varies by region, but typically occurs in spring and summer. One of the most active years for tornadoes was 2011, with over 1,600 tornadoes recorded, including the devastating Joplin, Missouri EF5 tornado that caused significant destruction and loss of life. 84. Lightning can strike the same place twice. Despite the common saying, lightning frequently strikes the same locations multiple times, especially tall structures. The Empire State Building in New York is hit by lightning around 25 times per year. This occurs because lightning seeks the shortest path to the ground, often choosing high and conductive objects like trees, towers, and skyscrapers as its target. 85. Clouds look white because they reflect sunlight from above. Clouds are made of countless tiny water droplets that scatter sunlight. While some light is absorbed, most is reflected in all directions, making clouds appear white from the ground. When clouds grow denser, less light penetrates them, turning them gray. This is why storm clouds, which are packed with water, appear much darker before rain begins to fall. 86. Yuma, Arizona gets over 4,000 hours of sunshine a year, making it the sunniest place on Earth. This desert city enjoys bright sunshine for about 90% of the year, making it an ideal location for agriculture and solar energy. In contrast, the South Pole is one of the least sunny places, receiving sunlight for only half the year, with the rest of the time plunged into total darkness due to Earth's tilt. 87. Rain contains vitamin B12. While rain is mostly made up of water, it can also contain small amounts of dissolved nutrients, including vitamin B12, which is essential for brain function and red blood cell production. The presence of this vitamin in rainwater is due to microorganisms in the atmosphere. In some regions, especially those with high bacterial activity in the air, rainwater may contain more nutrients, making it beneficial for plants and ecosystems. 88. A bolt of lightning is 5 times hotter than the sun. When lightning strikes, the air around it can heat up to a staggering 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. This intense heat causes the rapid expansion of air, creating the shockwave we hear as thunder. Lightning is powerful enough to split trees, fuse sand into glass, and even start wildfires when conditions are dry enough. 89. A hurricane releases enough energy in 1 second to equal that of 10 atomic bombs. The power of a hurricane is almost unimaginable. As warm ocean water fuels these massive storms, they release heat and moisture into the atmosphere. This energy is equivalent to setting off 10 atomic bombs every second, making hurricanes one of the most destructive natural forces on Earth. The strongest hurricanes can produce winds over 200 miles per hour and cause catastrophic damage. 90. It can be too warm to snow, but never too cold. Snow forms when moisture in the air freezes into ice crystals. But if the temperature is too warm, the snowflakes will melt before reaching the ground. However, no matter how cold it gets, snow can still form if there is enough moisture present. In places like Antarctica, where temperatures drop below negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit, snowfall is rare because the air is often too dry. 91. Tropical storms and hurricanes started getting named in 1953. Before this, storms were often identified by their latitude and longitude, which was confusing. The World Meteorological Organization began using names to improve communication and warnings. At first, only female names were used, but in 1979, male names were added. Some devastating storms, like Hurricane Katrina, have had their names permanently retired due to the destruction they caused. 92. You can tell the weather by counting a cricket's chirps. Crickets are nature's little thermometers. Their chirping rate increases with the temperature because their metabolism speeds up in warm weather. A simple rule is to count the number of chirps in 15 seconds, then add 40 to estimate the temperature in Fahrenheit. This phenomenon, called Dolbear's Law, has been scientifically tested and is surprisingly accurate. 93. Worms wiggle up from the ground when a flood is coming. When the soil becomes too saturated with water, worms are forced to surface because they rely on oxygen, which gets depleted in flooded soil. Some scientists believe that worms also come to the surface during rain because the vibrations mimic the movement of predators like moles, causing them to escape. This natural behavior helps aerate the soil and provides food for birds and other wildlife. 94. Some tornadoes can be invisible. While most tornadoes are visible due to the dirt, debris, and condensed water they pick up, some can remain nearly invisible if they form in dry conditions. These so-called clear air tornadoes can be extremely dangerous because they are difficult to see until they begin causing damage. The wind speeds within these tornadoes can still reach over 200 miles per hour, making them just as destructive as their more visible counterparts. 95. Snow can be different colors, not just white. While we typically think of snow as white, it can sometimes appear in shades of blue, pink, green, or even purple. Blue snow occurs when light is scattered through densely packed ice crystals, while pink or red snow, known as watermelon snow, gets its color from algae that thrive in cold environments. In some polluted areas, snow may even appear gray or brown due to dust and soot in the atmosphere. 96. Raindrops are not actually teardrop-shaped. Despite the common belief that raindrops look like teardrops, they are actually shaped more like hamburger buns as they fall. Small raindrops are nearly spherical, but larger drops flatten out due to air resistance, sometimes even taking on a parachute-like shape before breaking apart into smaller droplets. The misconception likely comes from the way artists depict rain in cartoons and illustrations. 97. The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was negative 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit. This frigid record was set in Vostok, Antarctica, in July 1983. At such extreme temperatures, human skin can freeze in less than a minute, and boiling water instantly turns to ice when thrown into the air. Even colder temperatures have been detected in Antarctica from satellite data, with some areas reaching negative 144 degrees Fahrenheit. 98. A rainbow can occur at night. These rare nighttime rainbows, called moonbows, happen when moonlight reflects off raindrops, just like sunlight does during the day. Because moonlight is much dimmer than sunlight, moonbows often appear white or pale in color to the human eye. They are most commonly seen in places with frequent rain and bright full moons, such as Hawaii and Victoria Falls in Africa. 99. Fire tornadoes are real, also known as fire whirls or firenadoes. These spinning columns of flames form when intense heat causes rising air to twist into a vortex. Fire tornadoes can reach temperatures of over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit and spread flames over long distances. They are especially common during wildfires and have been known to lift burning debris into the sky, creating even more fire hazards. 100. The Sahara Desert was once a lush green landscape. About 6,000 years ago, the Sahara was covered in grasslands, lakes, and even forests. This period, called the African Humid Period, was caused by shifts in Earth's orbit that brought more rainfall to the region. Today, evidence of this green past remains in the form of ancient cave paintings, fossilized fish, and dried-up riverbeds, showing that the desert was once teeming with life. 101. The piano was originally called the gravicembalo col piano e forte. Invented by Bartolomeo Cristofori in the early 18th century, its original name means harpsichord with soft and loud, in Italian, referring to its ability to play both quiet and loud notes, something earlier keyboard instruments couldn't do. Over time, the name was shortened to pianoforte, and eventually, just piano. Today, the piano remains one of the most versatile and widely played instruments in the world. Number 1, the ancient Romans named our muscles musculus, which comes from mus, the Latin word for mouse. They believed that when muscles flexed, they looked like small mice moving under the skin. This comparison was likely inspired by the way tendons and muscles twitch when contracting. Interestingly, the word musculus is still used in modern medical terminology. The Romans' keen observations of the human body helped shape anatomical language that we still use today. Number 2, the eerie sensation of invisible insects crawling on your skin is called formication. This phenomenon occurs due to static electricity, which can attract tiny particles to your skin and cause body hairs to shift, mimicking the feeling of bugs. It's often linked to medical conditions, such as anxiety, menopause, or neurological disorders, and is even associated with drug withdrawal. The name formication comes from the Latin word formica, which means ant, because it feels like tiny ants crawling over the skin. Number 3, the loud cracking sound that a bullwhip makes when swung properly is actually a sonic boom. The tip of the whip, called the cracker, moves faster than the speed of sound, breaking the sound barrier. This makes the bullwhip one of the earliest human-made objects to achieve supersonic speed. The physics behind it is similar to that of a jet breaking the sound barrier, except on a much smaller scale. This discovery has even influenced the study of high-speed aerodynamics. Number 4, many early mermaid sightings may have been the result of dehydrated sailors mistaking manatees for these mythical sea creatures. Manatees have rounded faces, large eyes, and the ability to lift their heads above water, which could look vaguely human from a distance. Famous explorers like Christopher Columbus even reported seeing mermaids in their logs, though they were later identified as manatees or dugongs. Long voyages, exhaustion, and the power of imagination likely contributed to these mistaken identities. Number 5, sloths have an incredibly slow metabolism and cannot shiver to generate heat. This makes them highly vulnerable to cold, rainy weather. Since they are native to tropical rainforests, their thick fur helps insulate them, but without the ability to produce body heat, they often struggle when temperatures drop. To stay warm, sloths will huddle together or seek shelter in thick vegetation. If a sloth gets too cold, its digestion slows down dramatically, which can be fatal. Number 6, reindeer are some of the most well-traveled animals on Earth, with some herds migrating more than 3,000 miles each year. They move between summer and winter feeding grounds in search of food, often navigating harsh Arctic environments. Some reindeer travel as much as 50 miles in a single day. They rely on their incredible endurance, strong hooves, and thick fur to survive the journey. This makes them one of the most migratory land animals in the world. Number 7, dolphins sleep in a unique way. Only half of their brain rests at a time, while the other half stays alert. This is called unihemispheric slow-wave sleep and helps dolphins continue swimming, surface for air, and remain aware of predators. Unlike humans, they do not experience full unconscious sleep. Dolphins take short naps throughout the day and night, switching between brain hemispheres. This remarkable adaptation allows them to survive and thrive in the ocean without ever truly being defenseless. Number 8, emperor penguins are the only warm-blooded animals, aside from humans, that remain in Antarctica during the harsh winter. While other creatures migrate to escape freezing temperatures, emperor penguins huddle together in large groups, rotating positions to share body heat. They can survive in temperatures as low as -76 degrees Fahrenheit. These penguins also rely on a thick layer of blubber and dense feathers to insulate them against the brutal Antarctic winds and ice. Number 9, the largest fossilized spider ever discovered was found in China and dates back 165 million years to the Jurassic period. This ancient spider, known as Nephila jurassica, was about 1 inch long and closely related to modern golden orb weaver spiders. Scientists believe it likely spun massive, golden-colored webs to trap prey, much like its modern-day relatives. The fossil is remarkably well preserved, providing a rare glimpse into the evolution of spiders over millions of years. Number 10. The blue whale holds the title of largest living animal on Earth, growing up to 100 feet long and weighing more than 200 tons. Its heart alone is the size of a small car, and a human could fit inside its aorta, the largest artery in its body. Despite its massive size, the blue whale survives by eating tiny krill, consuming up to 4 tons of them per day. Its powerful calls can be heard from hundreds of miles away. Number 11. A cat's tail is not just for balance. It contains nearly 10% of all its bones. A cat's skeleton has around 244 bones, and nearly 20 to 23 of them are in its tail. The tail helps cats maintain stability when climbing, jumping, and landing. It also serves as an essential tool for communication, expressing emotions like happiness, agitation, or fear. Some tailless cats, such as the Manx breed, rely more on their hind legs for balance. Number 12. During winter, reindeer grow long facial hair that can cover their mouths, providing protection while they graze in the snow. This extra layer of fur prevents their muzzles from freezing and helps them filter out snow and ice when searching for food. Reindeer rely on a diet of lichen, moss, and shrubs, which they dig out from under the snow using their strong hooves. This adaptation helps them survive in the extreme cold of the Arctic tundra. Number 13. Dolphins use tools. Some have been observed wrapping sea sponges around their snouts to protect themselves from sharp rocks and stings while foraging for fish on the ocean floor. This intelligent behavior, primarily seen in bottlenose dolphins, is passed down from mother to offspring and represents a rare example of animal tool use. Scientists believe this technique allows dolphins to access food in rough terrain without injuring their delicate skin, showcasing their remarkable problem-solving abilities. Number 14. A shrimp's heart is not located in its chest. It's in its head. This is because shrimp have an open circulatory system, meaning their blood flows freely rather than through closed veins. Their heart is located near their brain and stomach, and oxygen is transported throughout the body via hemolymph, a fluid similar to blood. Unlike humans, shrimp don't rely on lungs or gills alone to breathe. Their exoskeleton also plays a role in oxygen exchange. Number 15. Although pandas are classified as carnivores, their diet consists of about 99% bamboo. Their strong jaws and specialized teeth allow them to crush and digest bamboo efficiently. However, pandas still have the digestive system of a carnivore, which is why they must consume 26 to 84 pounds of bamboo daily to get enough nutrients. Occasionally, pandas supplement their diet with small mammals, birds, or fish, but this is rare. Their love for bamboo makes them a unique species among bears. Number 16. An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain, measuring about 2 inches in diameter. This makes it one of the largest eyes of any land animal. Their large eyes help them spot predators from great distances, giving them time to flee. Despite their small brains, ostriches are incredibly fast runners, reaching speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. Their keen vision and speed help them survive in the wild, as they rely on running rather than flying to escape danger. Number 17. Foxes use their tails for more than just balance. They also communicate with each other through tail signals. A fox may raise, lower, or flick its tail to express aggression, curiosity, or submission. In addition, a fox's bushy tail, called a brush, helps keep it warm during winter. When resting, foxes curl up and wrap their tails around their faces to preserve body heat. The tail also contains scent glands, which foxes use to mark their territory and communicate with others. Number 18. Dogs have wet noses because they secrete a thin layer of mucus that helps them absorb scent particles more efficiently. This enhances their sense of smell, which is already millions of times stronger than a human's. Dogs often lick their noses to keep them moist, helping to trap more scent particles. The moisture also aids in cooling down their body temperature. A cold, wet nose is usually a sign of good health, while a dry nose might indicate dehydration or illness. Number 19. The female hummingbird constructs the smallest bird's nest in the world, which is only about 1.5 inches in diameter. That's roughly the size of a walnut. She skillfully weaves her nest using spider silk, moss, and plant fibers, which allows it to stretch and expand as her chicks grow. These nests are carefully hidden on tree branches or leaves to protect them from predators. Despite their small size, these nests are incredibly durable and well insulated for baby hummingbirds. Number 20. The largest land animal in Antarctica is not a penguin, seal, or polar bear. It's an insect called the Antarctic springtail. This tiny wingless arthropod, which looks like a tiny earwig, measures less than 1/8 of an inch long. It survives in the harsh environment by producing a natural antifreeze protein that prevents its body from freezing. Unlike penguins, which are classified as marine animals, the Antarctic springtail is the only true land-dwelling creature in Antarctica that can survive year-round. Number 21. There are 222 species of owls around the world, with most being nocturnal hunters. However, some, like the snowy owl and barred owl, are active during the daytime. Owls have specialized feathers that allow them to fly silently, making them exceptional hunters. Their large, forward-facing eyes provide binocular vision, giving them precise depth perception when swooping down on prey. Unlike most birds, owls cannot move their eyes, so they must rotate their heads up to 270 degrees to see in different directions. Number 22. Despite being slow on land, sloths are excellent swimmers. They are especially skilled at the backstroke, using their long arms to glide through the water with ease. Sloths can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes by slowing down their heart rate. This ability allows them to stay underwater longer, escaping predators like jaguars and harpy eagles. Surprisingly, sloths swim up to 3 times faster than they move on land, making water one of their safest escape routes in the wild. Number 23. Sharks do not actually hunt humans or consider them prey. Most shark attacks occur because of mistaken identity. When hunting for seals, fish, or dolphins, sharks rely on their senses of smell and motion detection, rather than eyesight. If a swimmer or surfer resembles a seal from below, a shark may take a test bite but often releases the person after realizing the mistake. Most sharks prefer their natural prey and are not interested in eating humans, despite their fearsome reputation. Number 24. A koala's fingerprints are so incredibly similar to human fingerprints that they could actually confuse forensic investigations. Even under a microscope, it is nearly impossible to distinguish between a koala's fingerprint and a human's. Scientists believe koalas evolved fingerprints because they rely on grasping tree branches and peeling eucalyptus leaves, similar to how humans use their hands for fine motor skills. This adaptation helps them grip surfaces securely, preventing them from slipping from high tree branches. Number 25. The pistol shrimp is the loudest animal in the world, capable of creating a sound louder than a gunshot. This tiny shrimp snaps its claws shut at an incredible speed, producing a bubble that collapses with so much force that it generates a sonic blast. The resulting sound can reach up to 200 decibels, which is louder than a jet engine. This powerful shockwave can stun or kill prey instantly, making the pistol shrimp one of the ocean's most unique hunters. Number 26. The human nose can detect 1 trillion different smells. While it was once believed that humans had a weaker sense of smell than animals, recent studies show that our noses are incredibly sensitive. The human olfactory system can distinguish between subtle variations in scent molecules, allowing us to detect everything from freshly baked cookies to dangerous gases. Smell is also strongly linked to memory and emotion, which is why certain scents can trigger vivid memories from childhood or past experiences. Number 27. 1/4 of all human bones are located in the feet. The human body has 206 bones, and each foot contains 26 bones, meaning both feet together hold 52 bones. These bones work together with muscles, tendons, and ligaments to provide balance, support, and mobility. The feet are designed to absorb shock and adapt to different terrains, making them one of the most complex and essential parts of the human body. Proper foot health is crucial for overall posture and movement. Number 28. Human teeth are as strong as shark teeth. Both human and shark teeth are made of dentin and enamel, which is the hardest substance in the human body. Despite sharks constantly shedding and replacing their teeth, the composition of their teeth is very similar to ours. If properly cared for, human teeth can last a lifetime. However, unlike sharks, humans only get 2 sets of teeth in their lifetime: baby teeth and adult teeth. So keeping them strong and healthy is essential. Number 29. Human blood is just as salty as the ocean. The human body contains salt and other minerals in its blood, similar to seawater. This is because the first life forms evolved in saltwater environments, and our blood chemistry has retained some of those early characteristics. The balance of salt in our blood is crucial for maintaining hydration, nerve function, and muscle contractions. While the ocean is much saltier than our blood, the similarities in composition are a fascinating connection to our distant evolutionary past. Number 30. Humans have unique tongue prints, just like fingerprints. The surface of the tongue is covered in tiny ridges and grooves, forming a pattern that is completely unique to each person. Scientists have explored the possibility of using tongue prints as a form of biometric identification, similar to fingerprints. Unlike fingerprints, which can wear down over time, a person's tongue print remains unchanged throughout life. This strange but fascinating fact highlights the many ways our bodies are biologically unique. Number 31. The average human brain weighs about 3 pounds, while a newborn baby's brain weighs only 3/4 of a pound. Despite its small weight compared to the rest of the body, the brain is one of the most energy-demanding organs. It uses up 20% of the body's total energy, even though it only makes up about 2% of body weight. The brain is responsible for memory, decision-making, emotions, and every physical action, making it one of the most powerful organs in the human body. Number 32. Your nose and ears never stop growing. Unlike most parts of the body, which stop growing once adulthood is reached, the cartilage in the nose and ears continues to grow throughout life. This is because cartilage cells keep dividing, and the effects of gravity cause the nose and ears to elongate and droop over time. While the growth is slow, it is noticeable in older adults, which is why elderly people often have larger noses and ears than they did in their youth. Number 33. The human body contains almost 100 trillion cells. These cells come in many different types, each with its own specific function. The largest cells in the human body are egg cells, while the smallest are sperm cells. Despite their tiny size, each cell carries the DNA blueprint for an entire human being. Cells continuously divide and renew themselves, and the body replaces millions of cells every second, ensuring that tissues and organs remain healthy and functional. Number 34. Fingernails grow 4 times faster than toenails. This is because fingernails are more exposed to external stimulation and are used more frequently than toenails. Blood circulation also plays a role. Fingernails receive better blood flow than toenails, which helps them grow faster. On average, a fingernail grows about 1/10 of an inch per month, while toenails take significantly longer to reach the same length. Regular trimming, hydration, and nutrition can help keep both fingernails and toenails healthy and strong. Number 35. Eyelashes live for about 150 days before falling out. Each eyelash follows a growth cycle that includes a growing phase, a resting phase, and a shedding phase. Unlike the hair on the scalp, eyelashes grow to a specific length and then stop. When an eyelash falls out, it takes about 6 to 10 weeks for a new one to grow in its place. Eyelashes serve an important function by protecting the eyes from dust, debris, and other foreign particles. Number 36. Humans are the only animals with chins. While many animals have lower jaws, no other species has a bony protrusion at the bottom of their face like humans do. Scientists are still unsure why humans evolved chins, but theories suggest they help with chewing, speech, or absorbing forces during biting. The chin may also play a role in facial attractiveness and expression. Despite extensive research, the chin remains a unique and mysterious feature found only in humans. Number 37. You cannot breathe and swallow at the same time. This is because the epiglottis, a small flap of tissue in the throat, automatically closes when swallowing to prevent food from entering the airway. This mechanism is crucial for preventing choking. The separation of breathing and swallowing is what allows humans to eat and drink safely while remaining upright. Some animals, like babies while breastfeeding, have a slightly different throat structure that allows them to breathe and swallow simultaneously. Number 38. Sharks have existed for over 400 million years. They have survived multiple mass extinctions and have outlived the dinosaurs by millions of years. Some of the earliest shark species looked very different from modern sharks, with strange spiral teeth and armored bodies. Today, sharks continue to be one of the ocean's top predators, playing an important role in maintaining marine ecosystems. Their ability to adapt and evolve over time has made them one of the most successful species on Earth. Number 39. There are more than 470 species of sharks. While many people think of sharks as large and dangerous, most species are small and harmless. Some, like the dwarf lantern shark, grow only a few inches long, while others, like the whale shark, can reach over 60 feet in length. Sharks can be found in nearly every ocean habitat, from deep-sea trenches to tropical coral reefs. Each species has unique adaptations that help it survive in its environment. Number 40. The goblin shark is considered the ugliest shark in the world. This deep-sea shark has a long, flattened snout and protruding fang-like teeth. Its pinkish skin and eerie appearance make it look like a creature from a nightmare. Goblin sharks are rarely seen by humans because they live in deep waters, typically at depths of 1,000 feet or more. They have a unique ability to extend their jaws forward to snatch prey in a lightning-fast strike. Number 41. The shape of a hammerhead shark's head improves its vision. Unlike most sharks, which have forward-facing eyes, hammerheads have eyes positioned on the sides of their wide, flat heads. This gives them nearly a 360-degree field of view, allowing them to spot prey and predators from all directions. Their unusual head shape also enhances electroreception, which helps them detect the electrical signals of hidden fish. This makes hammerhead sharks one of the most efficient hunters in the ocean. Number 42. There are 9 species of hammerhead sharks found around the world. Some of the most well-known include the great hammerhead, scalloped hammerhead, and smooth hammerhead. These sharks can be found in warm coastal waters, coral reefs, and even open oceans. Despite their intimidating appearance, most hammerhead species are not aggressive toward humans and prefer to hunt fish, squid, and stingrays. Their distinctively shaped heads make them one of the most recognizable sharks in the world. Number 43. The great hammerhead shark can grow up to 20 feet long and weigh as much as 1,000 pounds. It is the largest of all hammerhead species and is known for its solitary hunting behavior. Unlike other hammerheads, which may travel in schools, the great hammerhead prefers to hunt alone. It is an apex predator, feeding on stingrays, squid, fish, and even other sharks. Sadly, this species is endangered due to overfishing and habitat destruction. Number 44. Most sharks live around 25 years, but some species can live over 100 years. The Greenland shark is the longest living vertebrate on Earth, with individuals estimated to be over 400 years old. These deep-sea sharks grow very slowly, at a rate of less than half an inch per year. Because of their extreme longevity and slow metabolism, Greenland sharks spend most of their lives in frigid Arctic waters, slowly gliding through the deep in search of food. Number 45. Sharks do not have bones. Unlike most fish, which have skeletons made of bone, sharks have skeletons made entirely of cartilage. This makes them lighter, more flexible, and better suited for fast swimming. Cartilage is the same material found in human noses and ears. Because sharks lack bones, they do not leave behind traditional fossils. Instead, scientists study fossilized shark teeth and jaw fragments to learn about ancient shark species, some of which were even larger than modern great white sharks. Number 46. Some sharks can swim up to 40 miles per hour. The short-fin mako shark holds the title of the fastest shark in the ocean, reaching speeds of up to 45 miles per hour. Its sleek, torpedo-shaped body and powerful tail allow it to move incredibly quickly through the water. This speed helps the short-fin mako chase down fast prey, such as tuna and swordfish. Some sharks, like the whale shark, are much slower, moving at a relaxed pace while filtering plankton from the water. Number 47. The scientific name for reindeer is Rangifer tarandus. Reindeer belong to the deer family, which includes elk, moose, and caribou. Scientists recognize more than a dozen subspecies of reindeer, each adapted to different environments. Reindeer are highly social animals and often travel in large herds. They are also one of the few domesticated deer species, with humans using them for transportation, milk, and meat for thousands of years in Arctic regions. Number 48. Some reindeer migrate more than 3,000 miles in a single year. This makes them one of the most well-traveled land animals on Earth. Reindeer migrate in large herds, moving between summer and winter feeding grounds. During migration, they face harsh weather, frozen rivers, and predators such as wolves. Their strong legs and specialized hooves allow them to travel over snow, ice, and rough terrain with ease, making them well-suited for life in extreme climates. Number 49. In North America, reindeer are also called caribou. Although both names refer to the same species, people generally use reindeer to describe domesticated herds and caribou for wild populations. Scientists are still debating whether all reindeer and caribou belong to the same species, or if some populations should be classified separately. Regardless of the name, these Arctic deer are expert survivors that thrive in some of the coldest regions of the world. Number 50. Reindeer love cold weather. They are native to Arctic and subarctic regions, including parts of North America, Europe, and Asia. They live in habitats such as tundras, boreal forests, and mountain ranges. Reindeer have thick fur and a special nose structure that warms the cold air before it reaches their lungs. Their hooves adapt to seasonal changes, becoming soft and spongy in summer for traction and hard in winter for digging through snow. Number 51. The Sami people of Finland have over 400 words related to reindeer. The Sami, who are indigenous to northern Scandinavia, have herded reindeer for centuries. Their language includes specific terms for different types of reindeer, antler shapes, and coat colors. The Sami rely on reindeer for food, clothing, transportation, and even traditional ceremonies. The word reingo is believed to be the origin of the modern word reindeer. Number 52. Reindeer grow long facial hair during the winter. This extra fur covers their mouths and protects their muzzles from freezing when they graze in the snow. Their thick winter coats are made up of 2 layers, a dense undercoat for warmth and a hollow-haired outer coat that traps heat and repels moisture. Their fur-covered noses also help warm the cold air before it reaches their lungs, keeping them comfortable in freezing temperatures. Number 53. Male reindeer have louder calls than females. Unlike other deer, male reindeer have a unique vocal pouch under the skin of their throats. They can inflate this pouch to produce a loud bellowing sound, which helps them attract mates and warn off rivals during mating season. Female reindeer, on the other hand, make softer grunts and bleats to communicate with their calves and other members of the herd. Number 54. Both male and female reindeer grow antlers. Unlike most deer species, where only males have antlers, reindeer females also grow them. This helps them compete for food during the winter and protect their young from predators. Males shed their antlers after the breeding season, while females keep theirs until after they give birth in the spring. This means that Santa's reindeer, which have antlers in December, are most likely all female. Number 55. The Finnish forest reindeer is the largest reindeer species. These impressive animals can grow over 7.5 feet long and weigh more than 400 pounds. They are taller and leaner than other reindeer and have longer legs, which help them move through deep snow. Unlike domesticated reindeer, Finnish forest reindeer are wild and elusive, living in the dense woodlands of Finland and Russia. Number 56. Infrared light was discovered in 1800 by accident. The astronomer William Herschel, who also discovered Uranus, was experimenting with a prism when he noticed something unusual. He placed thermometers in different colors of light to see if they had different temperatures. To his surprise, a thermometer placed just beyond the red light showed a rise in temperature, even though no visible light was present. This led to the discovery of infrared radiation, a type of light invisible to the human eye. Number 57. The male octopus can detach and throw his penis at a female. This strange reproductive behavior happens in some deep-sea octopus species. Instead of mating directly, The male will detach his specialized mating arm, called a hectocotylus, and send it toward the female. The detached arm continues to move on its own, fertilizing the female's eggs. This unusual method helps the male avoid being eaten by the much larger female, as octopuses are known to be cannibalistic. Number 58. Reindeer grow new antlers every year. Unlike some animals that keep their antlers permanently, reindeer shed and regrow them annually. Males begin growing their antlers in the spring and use them during the breeding season in autumn to fight for mates. After mating season, male reindeer shed their antlers in late winter, while females keep theirs until after they give birth in spring. The new antlers grow covered in a soft, velvety skin that supplies them with nutrients. Number 59. For almost all reindeer species, both males and females have antlers. This is a rare trait among deer species, as in most cases, only males grow antlers. Female reindeer keep their antlers during winter to defend food sources from other animals and ensure they have enough to eat while carrying their young. This also explains why Santa's reindeer, who all have antlers in December, are most likely female, despite having traditionally male names. Number 60. The immune system doesn't directly design antibodies to match viruses it encounters. Instead, it produces a wide range of random antibodies that may or may not be effective. When a random antibody happens to match a virus, the immune system then recognizes it and begins producing more of that specific antibody to fight the infection. This process, known as clonal selection, allows the body to target and destroy the virus while rapidly adapting to different threats it faces. Number 61. Earwax is more than just a nuisance. It plays a crucial role in ear health. It helps trap dust, dirt, and debris from entering the ear canal, protecting the inner ear from harmful particles. Additionally, earwax has natural antibacterial properties, providing a layer of defense against infections. It also has antifungal qualities, keeping the ear canal free of fungi. The wax is naturally expelled from the ear, keeping the canal clean and safe while maintaining balance and hearing. Number 62. Smiling, even when forced, can have a positive effect on your mood. The simple act of smiling triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that promotes feelings of happiness and well-being. This reaction occurs even when the smile isn't genuine, showing that the brain associates the physical act with positive emotions. Smiling can lower stress and increase feelings of relaxation. It can also influence the mood of those around you, creating a positive social environment. Number 63. The brain, despite making up only about 2% of body weight, is incredibly energy hungry, consuming around 20% of the body's total energy. This high energy demand is due to the brain's complex functions, such as processing information, regulating bodily systems, and supporting cognitive tasks. Maintaining brain function requires a constant supply of oxygen and glucose. Even during rest, the brain remains active, managing essential processes like breathing, heartbeat, and muscle coordination, which is why it needs such a large energy allocation. Number 64. Human memories are highly fallible. We often form false memories that can seem as real as true memories. These can be influenced by suggestions, social pressures, or even our own imagination. The brain tends to fill in gaps in information and may reconstruct events based on external cues or the way they're presented. Number 65. Approximately 5% of adults engage in sleep talking, which typically occurs during non-REM, rapid eye movement, sleep stages. Sleep talking, or somniloquy, can range from simple mumbling to complex conversations, though it is rarely coherent. This condition is often harmless and can be influenced by factors like stress, sleep deprivation, or even certain medications. While sleep talking is usually not remembered by the individual, it can sometimes be amusing or alarming to those nearby who overhear it during the night. Number 66. Antipodes are points on Earth's surface that are diametrically opposite to each other. The antipode of a location is found by drawing a straight line through the center of the Earth to reach the opposite point. For example, the antipode of New York City is located in the Indian Ocean, south of the Indian subcontinent. While most antipodes occur in oceans, some land masses, like certain parts of Spain and New Zealand, do have land-based antipodes, making these geographical opposites particularly interesting. Number 67. Learning a second language can lead to structural changes in the brain, especially in areas responsible for memory, thought processing, and sensory processing. Bilingual individuals often have enhanced cognitive abilities, such as improved memory, problem-solving skills, and multitasking. The process of switching between languages strengthens neural connections, promoting better overall brain health. Studies also suggest that learning a second language can delay the onset of dementia and Alzheimer's disease by keeping the brain engaged and adaptable throughout life. Number 68. Contrary to popular belief, nails do not continue to grow after death. What happens is that the skin around the nails retracts as the body dehydrates, giving the illusion that nails have grown. This phenomenon occurs because the skin loses moisture and shrinks, exposing more of the nail. The misconception likely arose from the observation of this retraction. However, biologically, the cells in the nails stop dividing after death, which means no new nail growth occurs. Number 69. Humans spend approximately 6 years of their lives dreaming, an astounding testament to the realm of imagination. While the amount of time spent dreaming varies, it is estimated that we experience multiple hours of dreams each week. During sleep, particularly during the REM phase, the brain is highly active, processing emotions, memories, and information. Dreaming serves various purposes, including problem-solving, emotional regulation, and the consolidation of memories. This vast amount of time spent in the dream world highlights the importance of sleep in human life. Number 70. Taste sensations are primarily categorized into 4 basic flavors: sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. These tastes are detected by different taste buds on the tongue, each sensitive to one of these primary flavors. The sensation of umami, a savory taste often associated with foods like meat or soy sauce, is sometimes considered a 5th taste, though it is often classified as a subtype of the salty taste. Together, these flavor categories help humans detect nutrition and avoid harmful substances like toxins. Number 71. Around 90% of the Atlantic puffin population resides in Europe, with the majority found in Iceland and Norway. The remaining 10% breed around Britain and Ireland. With over 1 million puffins in the United Kingdom alone, these birds are an iconic species, known for their colorful beaks and charming behavior. They primarily live on rocky coasts and offshore islands, where they nest in burrows. Puffins are migratory and spend most of the year at sea, returning to land only for breeding. Number 72. Puffins are often referred to as sea parrots, due to their distinctive, brightly colored bills, which resemble those of parrots. These charming birds are primarily found on rocky coasts and remote islands, where they nest in burrows to keep safe from predators. Puffins are excellent swimmers, using their wings to fly underwater in search of fish. They are highly social and form large colonies during the breeding season, where they display their playful and curious nature, endearing them to birdwatchers and nature enthusiasts. Number 73. Turtles are fascinating creatures, but one of their most interesting features is that they do not have teeth. Instead, they possess a beak-like mouth made of keratin, the same material that makes up human fingernails and hair. This beak allows turtles to grasp and tear their food, depending on their diet. Herbivorous turtles use their beaks to cut plant material, while carnivorous species may use them to catch and eat prey. Their beak structure is perfectly adapted to their specific feeding habits. Number 74. When the moon is directly overhead, you will weigh slightly less. This is because of the moon's gravitational pull, similar to how it affects ocean tides. For example, a person weighing 100 kilograms will weigh about 0.48 grams less when the moon is overhead. While this difference is minuscule and not noticeable in everyday life, it demonstrates the moon's gravitational influence on Earth. The same way the moon causes tides, its gravity slightly pulls on everything, including people, leading to this minor weight reduction. Number 75. Minus 40 degrees Celsius is exactly the same as minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a unique intersection between the two temperature scales, where they both represent the same temperature. While Celsius and Fahrenheit typically have different values for the same temperature, they converge at this point. Celsius and Fahrenheit are both used globally for temperature measurement, but this particular fact is a rare exception, showing how these two scales meet at -40, making it an interesting point of comparison. Number 76. Chocolate can be deadly for dogs due to theobromine, a compound that affects their heart and nervous system. Theobromine is similar to caffeine, which dogs cannot metabolize as efficiently as humans. Even small amounts of chocolate can lead to poisoning, causing symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, tremors, seizures, or even death. Dark chocolate contains the highest concentration of theobromine, making it especially dangerous for dogs. It's crucial to keep chocolate away from pets to prevent accidental ingestion and potential harm to their health. Number 77. The national flag with the most colors is Belize's flag, adopted in 1981. The flag features a total of 12 colors, making it the most colorful flag in the world. These colors represent the country's rich history and culture, including its natural resources, and the national coat of arms is prominently displayed. The flag symbolizes Belize's identity as a nation, showcasing the contributions of various groups, including its indigenous peoples and the settlers who shaped its history over time. Number 78. Egypt is classified as the oldest country in the world, with a civilization that dates back to around 3100 BCE. This long history makes Egypt one of the most significant and influential countries in the development of human civilization. Ancient Egypt's contributions to science, architecture, and culture have had a lasting impact on the world. From the construction of the pyramids to the development of writing systems, Egypt has been a key player in shaping human history and continues to be a central part of ancient studies. Number 79. When you perform a Google search, about 1,000 computers are working together to find the answer within 0.2 seconds. Google's search engine uses advanced algorithms to quickly sift through vast amounts of data across the internet to return relevant results in an incredibly short time. The massive scale of computing power required to provide fast and accurate search results highlights the complexity and efficiency of Google's technology, enabling it to handle billions of queries each day and provide information almost instantly. Number 80. There are almost 5 billion internet users worldwide, making up nearly 2/3 of the global population. This vast number continues to grow as technology becomes more accessible, especially in developing regions. The internet has become a powerful tool for communication, education, business, and entertainment, influencing nearly every aspect of daily life. With advancements in technology and mobile internet access, it is likely that the number of internet users will continue to rise, further shaping the way people connect and interact with the world. Number 81. The median age of the world's population is around 30 years old, based on estimates from 2019. This means that half of the global population is younger than 30, while the other half is older. The median age is a significant indicator of a population's demographic structure and can provide insight into trends like birth rates, life expectancy, and aging populations. The global median age has been rising in many countries due to factors like healthcare improvements and declining fertility rates, which affect long-term population growth. Number 82. We actually produce enough food to feed everyone on the planet. The issue lies in distribution. Despite global food production being sufficient to meet the needs of the world's population, many regions still experience food insecurity and hunger. Factors such as poverty, political instability, and poor infrastructure contribute to unequal food distribution. While some parts of the world have an abundance of food, others suffer from famine and malnutrition, highlighting the need for better access and improved systems for food distribution and aid. Number 83. In 2010, Google attempted to calculate how many books exist in the world and estimated the number to be about 130 million. While this figure is based on extensive research, it remains an approximation since new books are constantly being published, and some may not be included in the count. Google's estimate of the number of books in existence sheds light on the vast quantity of knowledge and information available, but it also underscores the challenge of tracking such an ever-expanding body of work. Number 84. A tiger's roar can be heard up to 2 miles away in the wild, depending on the environment. Tigers produce their loud roars by using their powerful vocal cords, which allow them to communicate over long distances. This roar can serve various purposes, such as marking territory, warning rivals, or attracting mates. The incredible strength of a tiger's roar is a testament to their vocal capabilities and their status as apex predators, capable of commanding attention in their natural habitats. Number 85. The Earth is approximately 147.2 million kilometers away from the Sun, and it's about 4.5 billion years old. This incredible age and distance highlight the Earth's stability in its orbit, which has allowed life to evolve over millions of years. The Earth's position in the solar system, in the habitable zone, allows it to maintain temperatures that sustain life. With a history that spans billions of years, the Earth's geological and biological changes continue to shape the planet and support diverse ecosystems. Number 86. Owls don't have eyeballs, but rather, they have eye tubes, which are elongated and fixed in place within their sockets. This unique structure limits their ability to move their eyes, so instead, owls can rotate their heads up to 270 degrees to see their surroundings. This extraordinary neck flexibility allows owls to have a wide field of vision without moving their bodies, which is essential for spotting prey and avoiding predators. Their keen eyesight and silent flight make them exceptional hunters. Number 87. The United States and Canada share the longest border in the world, stretching over 1,538 miles. This border runs through forests, lakes, and mountains, and is a symbol of the strong relationship between the two neighboring countries. Despite being the longest unprotected border in the world, the U.S.-Canada border is peaceful and well-managed, with numerous agreements in place for trade, security, and immigration. This vast expanse of land offers stunning natural beauty and serves as a unique example of international cooperation. Number 88. Some fish cough to clear particles and bacteria from their gills. This behavior is a form of respiratory maintenance, similar to how humans cough to clear their lungs. Fish have a ventilation cycle where water flows through their gills to extract oxygen. Occasionally, the water may carry foreign particles or pathogens, prompting the fish to interrupt the cycle with a quick cough. This action helps prevent infection and keeps the gills clean, ensuring the fish can continue to breathe efficiently. Number 89. If you could travel straight up into space, it would only take about 1 hour to reach the edge of Earth's atmosphere. While this is a fascinating fact, it highlights how close the boundary of space is to the Earth's surface. The Kármán line, which is commonly recognized as the edge of space, is located about 100 kilometers, 62 miles above sea level. Modern rockets can reach this altitude in a matter of minutes, offering a new perspective on the scale of space exploration. Number 1. Donkeys kill more people annually than plane crashes. This surprising fact highlights the danger of underestimating seemingly harmless animals. Donkeys can become aggressive if threatened or mistreated, leading to fatal injuries. While air travel is considered one of the safest modes of transportation, with millions of flights annually and minimal accidents, donkey-related deaths are often due to their roles in rural settings, where they serve as working animals. Their kicks can be forceful enough to cause severe trauma. This fact emphasizes the need for awareness and respect for all animals, no matter how domesticated they appear. Number 2. The microwave was invented after a researcher walked by a radar tube and a chocolate bar melted in his pocket. Percy Spencer, an engineer working for Raytheon in the 1940s, discovered this phenomenon. Intrigued, he conducted experiments by placing popcorn kernels and eggs near the radar equipment, observing how the electromagnetic waves cooked food. This serendipitous discovery led to the first microwave oven, called the radar range, in 1946. Over time, it became a kitchen staple, revolutionizing cooking by making it faster and more efficient. The microwave is now used worldwide for reheating, cooking, and even sterilizing items. Number 3. There are more than 150 million sheep in Australia, a nation of 17 million people. Australia's sheep population far exceeds its human population, making it one of the world's largest wool producers. The vast open pastures and favorable climate are ideal for sheep farming, particularly in regions like New South Wales and Victoria. Australia's merino wool is highly prized for its fine quality, used in luxury clothing worldwide. This sheep-to-human ratio also reflects the agricultural dominance of sheep farming in Australia's economy, a tradition deeply rooted in the country's history since British settlement. Number 4. Some people make a living out of playing computer games. They are called pro gamers. These individuals compete in esports tournaments, often broadcast to millions of viewers. Popular games like League of Legends, Dota 2, and Fortnite feature prize pools in the millions of dollars. Pro gamers undergo rigorous training, sometimes practicing for over 12 hours a day, refining their skills in strategy, teamwork, and reflexes. Sponsorships, streaming revenues, and brand endorsements supplement their incomes. The rise of esports has turned gaming from a pastime into a lucrative profession, fostering a global community of fans and competitors. Number 5. Japan has the highest suicide rate in the world. In second place comes Sweden. Japan's high rate is influenced by social pressures, work stress, and mental health stigma, with karoshi, death from overwork, being a recognized phenomenon. Despite advancements, accessing mental health resources remains challenging for many. Sweden, with its long, dark winters and isolation, also struggles with mental health issues. Both nations are working to reduce these rates through awareness campaigns, hotlines, and counseling services. Addressing cultural attitudes and promoting support systems are critical steps in tackling this complex global issue. Number 6. The ZIP in zip code stands for Zone Improvement Plan. Introduced by the United States Postal Service in 1963, the zip code system was designed to improve mail sorting and delivery efficiency. The 5-digit code corresponds to specific geographic areas, while the optional 4-digit extension provides even greater precision. This innovation significantly reduced delivery times and errors. Over time, zip codes have also become valuable for demographic analysis, market research, and even weather forecasting, proving their usefulness beyond just postal services. Number 7. Every time you lick a stamp, you're consuming 1/10 of a calorie. While this might seem trivial, it adds an amusing dimension to sending letters. Modern self-adhesive stamps have reduced the need for licking, but traditional gummed stamps still exist. The adhesive, made of dextrin or gum arabic, is non-toxic and safe for consumption in small amounts. Though negligible calorically, it is a quirky reminder of the unexpected ways we interact with food-like substances in daily life. This fact is a playful nod to the history and innovation of postal services. Number 8. U.S. Post Office handles 43% of the world's mail. Its nearest competitor is Japan with 6%. The United States Postal Service, USPS, is a cornerstone of American communication, delivering billions of pieces of mail annually. Its extensive network includes over 30,000 retail locations, ensuring service to even the most remote areas. USPS has been instrumental in connecting people and businesses for over 2 centuries. Japan's advanced postal system also excels in reliability and efficiency, reflecting its technological prowess. Together, these systems highlight the importance of robust postal networks in global connectivity. Number 9. Rabbits cannot vomit. This unique anatomical feature is due to a strong muscular valve at the base of their esophagus, preventing regurgitation. While this adaptation protects rabbits from choking hazards, it also means they are vulnerable to digestive blockages. Proper care, including a high-fiber diet rich in hay, is essential to maintain their gastrointestinal health. This characteristic emphasizes the importance of understanding and meeting the specific needs of different animals, ensuring their well-being in both wild and domestic settings. Number 10. Coca-Cola contains neither Coca nor Cola. Originally formulated in 1886 by John Pemberton, the beverage did include coca leaf extract and cola nut flavoring. However, modern formulations no longer contain these ingredients. The flavor is now achieved through a combination of citrus oils, vanilla, cinnamon, and other secret ingredients. Coca-Cola's iconic taste and branding have made it one of the most recognizable products globally, symbolizing American culture and consumerism. Despite changes in its recipe, Coca-Cola remains a leader in the beverage industry. Number 11. It is possible to drink water that was present during the time of the dinosaurs. Earth's water cycle has existed for billions of years, continuously recycling water through evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. This means the water molecules we drink today could have once flowed through ancient rivers, been part of prehistoric oceans, or even quenched the thirst of dinosaurs. Scientists estimate that Earth's water is around 4.6 billion years old, highlighting the incredible longevity and sustainability of our planet's natural systems. This fact underscores the importance of protecting this vital and finite resource for future generations. Number 12. In York, England, excluding Sundays, it is perfectly legal to shoot a Scotsman with a bow and arrow. This archaic law, dating back to medieval times, was originally enacted during periods of conflict between England and Scotland. Although no longer enforced, it remains on record as an example of outdated legislation that reflects historical tensions. Modern laws, of course, prohibit such actions, and efforts to repeal these relics of the past continue. It serves as a humorous reminder of how legal systems evolve, often leaving behind bizarre statutes that highlight cultural and political shifts over time. Number 13. In Liverpool, England, it is illegal for a woman to be topless in public, except as a clerk in a tropical fish store. This peculiar law likely originated from outdated decency standards and reflects a bygone era of social conservatism. While modern norms and equality movements have rendered such laws absurd, it remains a curiosity in the legal archives. Though not enforced today, it highlights the strange and specific ways governments once sought to regulate behavior. It also serves as a reminder of the evolving conversation around gender equality and personal freedoms in contemporary society. Number 14. Glass is a slow-melting material. In 10,000 years, your windows will have melted down into a pile. While commonly believed, this is actually a misconception. Glass is not a liquid, but an amorphous solid, meaning it lacks a crystalline structure. Over time, it does not flow or melt under normal conditions. However, ancient glass artifacts can appear warped due to manufacturing techniques rather than age. Modern studies reveal that glass remains stable for millions of years unless exposed to extreme heat. This myth persists as a fascinating metaphor for time and transformation, adding intrigue to everyday materials. Number 15. An average Western meal contains more vitamins and nutrients than what an average third-world child eats in a week. This stark contrast highlights global inequalities in food distribution and nutrition. Malnutrition remains a leading cause of child mortality in impoverished regions, affecting growth and cognitive development. In contrast, Western diets often lead to overconsumption and health issues like obesity. Addressing this imbalance requires initiatives such as food aid programs, sustainable agriculture, and education. Bridging the gap between abundance and scarcity is one of the greatest challenges in achieving food security for all. Number 16. Plyometric training can increase vertical jump performance of basketball players. Plyometric exercises such as box jumps, squat jumps, and depth jumps focus on explosive muscle contractions. These movements improve strength, speed, and coordination, making them ideal for athletes in sports requiring quick bursts of power. Studies show that consistent plyometric training can enhance muscle elasticity and neuromuscular efficiency, leading to measurable gains in vertical jump height. Basketball players often incorporate these workouts to improve dunking ability and overall athletic performance. This training method is also widely used in other sports, from volleyball to track and field. Number 17. Coca-Cola was originally green. When Coca-Cola was first produced in 1886, its syrup had a natural greenish tint due to unrefined ingredients. However, the modern formula uses caramel coloring, giving it its iconic brown hue. Despite this change, the early green version contributed to Coca-Cola's association with innovation and experimentation. The drink's evolution from a medicinal tonic to a cultural phenomenon reflects broader trends in marketing and branding. Today, its vibrant red and white logo is globally recognized, though the myth of its original green color continues to capture imaginations. Number 18. In England, all English males over the age of 14 were required to carry out 2 hours of longbow practice a week, supervised by the local clergy. This medieval law, enacted during the 13th and 14th centuries, was designed to maintain military readiness during times of war. The longbow was a critical weapon for English armies, especially during battles like Agincourt. While this law is no longer enforced, it highlights the importance of archery in England's military history. Today, archery remains a popular sport, though no one is legally obligated to practice it under clerical supervision. Number 19. The richest woman today is Liliane Bettencourt, the daughter of L'Oréal's founder. She has a net worth of $14 billion, depending on how the stock market did today. Bettencourt's wealth stemmed from her ownership stake in L'Oréal, one of the world's largest cosmetics companies. Known for her philanthropy and passion for art, she established charitable foundations supporting medical research and cultural preservation. Her legacy underscores the power of family businesses and entrepreneurship. Although Bettencourt passed away in 2017, her fortune and influence continue through her heirs, highlighting the generational impact of strategic investments and branding. Number 20. A duck's quack doesn't echo, and no one knows why. While this claim has been widely circulated, it is actually a myth. Ducks' quacks do echo, but their sound's unique frequency and gradual fade make echoes harder to distinguish. This misconception has sparked scientific curiosity, leading researchers to analyze acoustic patterns. The myth endures as an example of how folklore and animal behavior intersect. It also reminds us that sound perception can be complex, influenced by environments and hearing mechanisms, making the study of animal communication endlessly fascinating. Number 21. A cat's jaws cannot move sideways. Unlike humans, cats have a hinge-like jaw structure designed for vertical motion. This adaptation helps them deliver powerful bites to catch and kill prey. Because their teeth are optimized for tearing rather than grinding, cats cannot chew food the way herbivores do. Instead, they swallow small chunks. This specialized anatomy highlights their evolution as obligate carnivores, dependent on meat-based diets. Understanding these physical traits helps cat owners provide appropriate nutrition, supporting their pets' health and natural instincts. Number 22. A man was once born blind, underwent surgery to see, but afterward wanted to be blind again. This rare psychological phenomenon, known as post-surgical blindness regret, reflects the complexity of human perception and adaptation. Some individuals who regain sight struggle with visual processing, experiencing overwhelming sensory input. For them, blindness may have provided stability and comfort. Such cases raise important questions about the psychological impact of medical interventions and the subjective nature of perception. They also highlight the need for mental health support during life-changing treatments. Number 23. Almost half the bones in your body are in your hands and feet. Humans have 206 bones, and 106 of them, more than 50%, are located in the hands, 54 bones, and feet, 52 bones. This high concentration of bones allows for intricate movements and dexterity, enabling tasks like grasping objects, writing, and balancing. The complexity of these structures highlights their evolutionary importance for survival, tool use, and mobility. However, their fragility also makes them prone to fractures, especially in athletes and physically active individuals. This anatomical fact underscores the remarkable engineering of the human skeleton. Number 24. A scientific satellite needs only 250 watts of power, the equivalent used by 2 light bulbs, to operate. Modern satellites are marvels of engineering efficiency, designed to maximize performance with minimal energy. Solar panels collect and store energy, powering systems for communication, data collection, and navigation. Despite their low energy consumption, these satellites play vital roles in GPS systems, weather forecasting, and global communication. Advances in energy efficiency continue to expand their capabilities, supporting deep space exploration and climate monitoring. This fact demonstrates how cutting-edge technology can operate with surprisingly modest energy demands. Number 25. There are more collect calls on Father's Day than any other day of the year. This humorous observation reflects the social dynamics of families, where children often reach out to their fathers on this special occasion but may not want to foot the bill. The popularity of collect calls has diminished with the rise of cell phones and free calling apps, but the sentiment behind this trend remains. It highlights the importance of honoring parental relationships and the creative ways people stay connected, even if it involves relying on dad to cover the cost of the conversation. Number 26. In Germany, it's currently not allowed to sell old games like Super Mario or Zelda to minors. German law enforces strict regulations on the sale of video games based on content ratings. Even classic games, which may contain outdated depictions of violence or stereotypes, are subject to these restrictions. This policy reflects Germany's commitment to protecting children from potentially harmful media and ensuring age-appropriate content. Such measures also demonstrate the evolving standards for entertainment as society becomes more aware of the psychological effects of games, reinforcing the importance of responsible consumption. Number 27. Microwaves are about 1 centimeter in length. These electromagnetic waves, which fall between radio waves and infrared radiation on the electromagnetic spectrum, are ideal for heating food. Their small wavelength allows them to penetrate materials like glass, plastic, and paper while directly exciting water molecules, creating heat through vibration. This property makes microwaves highly efficient for cooking and reheating. In addition to kitchen appliances, microwaves are used in communication technologies, radar systems, and even medical treatments. Their versatility highlights the remarkable ways humans have harnessed electromagnetic energy for practical purposes. Number 28. About 75% of the human brain is made of water. This high water content is essential for maintaining brain function, including electrical signaling, neurotransmitter production, and nutrient transport. Even mild dehydration can affect concentration, memory, and mood, demonstrating how crucial hydration is for cognitive health. The brain's soft, jelly-like texture is protected by cerebrospinal fluid, which cushions it against injury. This fact highlights the importance of drinking enough water daily to support brain performance, prevent fatigue, and enhance focus, emphasizing how hydration directly impacts mental clarity and overall well-being. Number 29. Sharks do not have any bones. Instead, their skeletons are made entirely of cartilage, the same flexible tissue found in human noses and ears. This lightweight structure makes sharks more agile in water, allowing them to move quickly and efficiently while hunting. Cartilage also enables sharks to withstand deep-sea pressures, contributing to their survival in diverse environments. Fossilized shark skeletons are rare since cartilage decays quickly, but their teeth, made of hard enamel, are commonly preserved. This adaptation has helped sharks dominate the oceans for over 400 million years, earning them the title of apex predators. Number 30. Horses and cows can sleep standing up. They achieve this through a unique mechanism called the stay apparatus, which locks their leg joints, allowing them to rest without collapsing. This adaptation helps them remain alert to potential predators, especially in open fields where quick escapes are necessary. While they can doze off standing, horses and cows need to lie down occasionally for deep REM sleep, which is vital for overall health. This ability highlights how evolution equips animals with survival strategies tailored to their environments and threats. Number 31. Caterpillars have 12 eyes. These eyes, called stomata, are arranged in 6 pairs on either side of their head. Despite having multiple eyes, caterpillars have poor vision and can only detect light and movement. Instead, they rely heavily on their antennae and body hairs to navigate their surroundings and detect predators. As caterpillars transform into butterflies or moths, their eyes develop into more complex structures capable of detecting color and patterns. This fact underscores the fascinating transformations that occur during metamorphosis, showcasing nature's remarkable adaptability. Number 32. All dogs have unique nose prints. Similar to human fingerprints, a dog's nose has ridges and creases that form patterns unique to each animal. These nose prints are so distinctive that some pet organizations use them for identification purposes. Unlike collars and microchips, which can be lost or removed, a nose print provides a permanent record. Researchers believe a dog's heightened sense of smell, which is thousands of times more sensitive than a human's, is linked to the complex structure of its nose. This fact highlights both the biological uniqueness and sensory superiority of dogs. Number 33. An octopus has 9 brains. It has a central brain that controls its nervous system and a smaller brain in each of its 8 arms. These arm brains operate semi-independently, allowing octopuses to multitask, such as searching for food and defending themselves simultaneously. This decentralized nervous system gives octopuses extraordinary problem-solving skills, enabling them to open jars, navigate mazes, and use tools. Their intelligence has made them a subject of extensive scientific study. With 3 hearts and blue blood, octopuses continue to fascinate researchers as some of the most complex and mysterious creatures in the ocean. Number 34. All babies are born with blue eyes. This phenomenon occurs because melanin, the pigment responsible for eye color, is not fully developed at birth. Light exposure over the first few months stimulates melanin production, which can darken the eyes to shades of green, hazel, or brown. However, some babies retain their blue eyes due to low melanin levels. Genetics play a major role in determining eye color, but the final hue may take up to a year to stabilize. This process highlights the dynamic nature of human development and the fascinating influence of genes on physical traits. Number 35. Fish cough. Fish use their gills not only for breathing but also to expel debris and parasites. A fish cough occurs when it rapidly opens and closes its gill covers, forcing water through to clear out irritants. This action helps maintain clean gill surfaces for efficient oxygen exchange. Unlike humans, fish lack lungs, so this reflex acts as a substitute to keep their respiratory systems functional. Observing these behaviors in aquariums and natural habitats provides insight into the intricate mechanisms aquatic life uses to adapt and survive. Number 36. Glass balls bounce higher than rubber balls. Glass is more elastic than rubber, meaning it can efficiently transfer energy when it collides with a surface. When a glass ball hits the ground, it deforms very little, retaining most of its kinetic energy and rebounding higher. In contrast, rubber balls absorb more energy through deformation, leading to lower bounces. Despite its rigidity, glass can be surprisingly resilient under controlled conditions. This property highlights the importance of material science in understanding everyday objects and their behavior under physical stress. Number 37. Crabs taste food with their feet. Crabs have sensory hairs on their legs and claws that detect chemical signals from food. This adaptation allows them to identify edible items while foraging in murky waters or rocky environments. Once they detect food, they use their claws to bring it to their mouths, where additional taste sensors confirm its suitability. This sensory specialization is vital for survival, especially in competitive coastal habitats. Crabs' unique feeding behavior underscores the diverse evolutionary strategies marine creatures have developed to thrive in challenging ecosystems. Number 38. Some ice caves have hot springs. These fascinating natural formations occur in volcanic regions or geothermal areas where underground heat sources warm the water inside glaciers or ice caves. The contrast between freezing external temperatures and internal warmth creates stunning patterns of melting ice and steam. Examples include Iceland's Vatnajökull glacier caves and the Eisriesenwelt ice cave in Austria. These environments support unique ecosystems of thermophilic, heat-loving microorganisms, offering insights into how life might survive in extreme conditions, such as on icy moons like Europa. Ice caves with hot springs are a testament to Earth's geological and thermal diversity. Number 39. 1 day on Venus equals 8 months on Earth. Venus has an extremely slow rotation, taking about 243 Earth days to complete one spin on its axis. Interestingly, a year on Venus, its orbit around the Sun, takes only 225 Earth days, making a Venusian day longer than its year. Additionally, Venus rotates in the opposite direction to most planets, meaning the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Its thick, toxic atmosphere traps heat, creating surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead. These conditions make Venus one of the most extreme planets in our solar system. Number 40. A shrimp's heart is placed in its head. Specifically, the heart is located near the shrimp's head region, just behind its brain and surrounded by other vital organs. This unusual placement is due to the shrimp's segmented body structure, where the thorax and head are fused into a single section called the cephalothorax. The shrimp's transparent exoskeleton sometimes allows its beating heart to be visible. This anatomical feature demonstrates the diversity of biological adaptations in aquatic animals, enabling them to function efficiently in their environments despite unconventional designs. Number 41. Animals do not have chins. Humans are the only species with a true chin, a bony protrusion at the lower front of the jaw. Other animals may have lower jaw extensions, but these are part of their teeth structures or snouts, not true chins. The evolutionary reason for human chins remains debated. with theories suggesting it aids in chewing, speaking, or resisting mechanical stress during eating. This distinctive feature highlights human anatomical uniqueness and serves as an example of how evolution shapes species differently based on environmental and social needs. Number 42. Hippopotamuses can run faster than humans. Despite their bulky appearance, hippos can reach speeds of up to 30 kilometers per hour, about 19 miles per hour, on land for short distances. Their powerful legs allow them to charge with surprising agility, making them one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. Although they spend most of their time in water to stay cool, they are highly territorial and aggressive when threatened. Their speed, combined with their massive size and sharp teeth, underscores why they should never be underestimated in the wild. Number 43. Monkeys can go bald in old age, just like humans. Aging monkeys, especially those in captivity, often lose hair due to hormonal changes, stress, or dietary deficiencies. Species like macaques and chimpanzees exhibit visible hair thinning or bald patches on their heads, mirroring the balding process in humans. This similarity highlights the genetic and biological connection between primates and humans, supporting evolutionary theories. Studying aging in monkeys provides valuable insights into human aging, hair loss treatments, and overall health management, as both species share common physiological patterns. Number 44. Applesauce was the first food to be eaten in space. Astronaut John Glenn consumed applesauce during NASA's Mercury Atlas 6 mission in 1962, proving humans could eat and swallow food in microgravity. The applesauce was packaged in a squeezable tube, ensuring it wouldn't create floating particles. This experiment paved the way for developing space-friendly foods, including freeze-dried meals and thermostabilized pouches. Today's astronauts enjoy a variety of dishes, but applesauce remains symbolic as the first step toward sustaining human nutrition during long-duration space missions. It marks a milestone in space exploration and food science. Number 45. Peanuts are not nuts. Peanuts are legumes, belonging to the same family as beans and lentils. Unlike tree nuts, which grow on trees, peanuts develop underground in pods, classifying them as legumes. Rich in protein, healthy fats, and vitamins, peanuts are a staple in diets worldwide. However, their classification has caused confusion, particularly for those with allergies, as peanut allergies differ from tree nut allergies. This fact highlights the importance of botanical classifications in agriculture, nutrition, and health, demonstrating how closely related foods can have vastly different biological origins. Number 46. Your heart is about as big as your fist. The average adult heart weighs between 8-10 ounces, 227 to 283 grams, and pumps approximately 2,000 gallons of blood daily. Its size and strength allow it to sustain life by circulating oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. During exercise, the heart rate increases to supply more oxygen, showcasing its adaptability. Interestingly, the hearts of athletes can grow larger due to conditioning, improving efficiency. This comparison emphasizes the heart's critical role in health and survival, symbolizing both strength and vulnerability in human biology. Number 47. Girls have more taste buds than boys. Studies show that women generally have a more refined sense of taste than men due to a higher number of taste buds on their tongues. This heightened sensitivity makes women more likely to identify subtle flavors and distinguish between sweet, salty, sour, and bitter tastes. Evolutionary theories suggest this trait may have developed to help women, especially during pregnancy, detect spoiled or toxic foods. Women are also more likely to be super tasters, individuals with an exceptionally high density of taste buds. This biological difference highlights the complexity of human sensory perception and dietary preferences. Number 48. Your nose becomes warm when you lie. This phenomenon is often referred to as the Pinocchio effect, and is linked to increased stress or anxiety while lying. Studies have shown that lying activates the autonomic nervous system, which affects blood flow and temperature regulation. When a person lies, blood rushes to the nose and face, causing slight warming, which can be detected using thermal imaging cameras. This reaction results from the brain working harder to fabricate information while suppressing the truth. It demonstrates how physiological changes can reveal emotions, making the nose a subtle indicator of stress or deception. Number 49. There is no noise in space. Space is a vacuum, meaning it lacks air or any medium to carry sound waves. On Earth, sound travels by vibrating particles in the air, water, or solid objects, but in space, there are no particles to vibrate. This creates an eerie silence, even during massive cosmic events like supernova explosions. However, electromagnetic waves, such as radio waves, can travel through space, allowing scientists to capture and interpret data from distant celestial bodies using specialized instruments. This silence emphasizes the vast emptiness of space and the need for communication systems like radios for astronauts. Number 50. Your body takes 12 hours to digest food. Digestion is a complex process that begins in the mouth and continues through the stomach and intestines. On average, it takes 6 to 8 hours for food to pass through the stomach and small intestine, where nutrients are absorbed. The remaining waste then moves to the large intestine, where water is absorbed, and it may take another 12-24 hours to be fully processed and excreted. Factors such as age, metabolism, and diet can influence digestion speed. This process demonstrates the efficiency of the human digestive system in extracting energy and nutrients to fuel the body. Number 51. The most leaves ever recorded on a single clover stem is 56. This rare discovery was made in Japan in 2009 and holds the Guinness World Record for the clover with the most leaflets. Typically, clovers have 3 leaves, and finding a 4-leaf clover is considered a symbol of good luck due to its rarity. However, genetic mutations sometimes result in clovers with 5, 6, or even more leaves, though anything beyond 4 is extremely uncommon. Number 52. Camel's milk has a unique chemical composition that prevents it from curdling like cow's milk. This is because it has a different protein structure, with lower levels of beta-casein and a high proportion of whey protein, which does not react the same way to acids or heat. In some cultures, camel's milk is prized for its nutritional benefits, including high levels of vitamins C and B, iron, and immune-boosting properties. Number 53. In 1634, during a period known as tulip mania, tulip bulbs were so highly valued in Holland that they were used as a form of currency. Some rare bulbs were sold for prices equivalent to the cost of a house. This was one of the first recorded economic bubbles, as the prices of tulip bulbs skyrocketed before dramatically crashing in 1637, leaving many investors bankrupt. Number 54. Before the use of mercury, thermometers were filled with brandy, a type of distilled wine. The alcohol-based liquid was used because it expanded and contracted with temperature changes, making it useful for early temperature measurements. However, brandy was later replaced by mercury in 1714 because mercury remains liquid at a wider temperature range and provides more accurate readings. Number 55. The first ever telephone book was published in 1878 in New Haven, Connecticut, and it contained just 50 names. Unlike modern phone books, it did not list phone numbers, only the names of people who had a telephone. At the time, telephones were a rare luxury, and most people had to visit a central telephone office to make a call. Number 56. The human eye moves approximately 50 times per second due to a phenomenon known as saccadic movement. These rapid eye movements help the brain continuously scan the surroundings, taking in visual information. Without them, our vision would be blurry. These tiny, involuntary adjustments help us focus on details and stabilize our field of vision. Number 57. Hawaii is the only U.S. state that operates under a single school district, rather than multiple districts like other states. This is because Hawaii is an island state with a relatively small population, making a single statewide educational system more efficient. The centralized system helps ensure that students across the islands receive equal funding and resources. Number 58. Unlike most judicial positions, there is no requirement that a U.S. Supreme Court justice must be a lawyer or even have any formal legal training. While all justices in history have had legal backgrounds, the U.S. Constitution does not specify any educational or professional qualifications. This means, in theory, someone without a law degree could be nominated and appointed. Number 59. In 1859, the tightrope walker Charles Blondin became the first person to cross Niagara Falls on a tightrope. He performed multiple crossings over time, adding dangerous stunts such as walking blindfolded, carrying another person on his back, and even cooking an omelet while balancing over the falls. His daring feats made him a legendary figure in circus history. Number 60. Before 1687, clocks were made with only an hour hand, meaning they could only tell time to the nearest hour. The invention of the minute hand is credited to Daniel Quare, an English clockmaker, and its widespread adoption allowed for much more precise timekeeping, which was crucial for navigation and scientific advancements. Number 61. Studies have shown that cows produce more milk when they listen to music, particularly slow and soothing melodies. The reason behind this is that music helps reduce stress levels, which in turn promotes better milk production. Researchers found that classical music or soft jazz can relax cows, whereas loud or erratic music can have the opposite effect. Many dairy farmers now use music therapy in their barns to maximize milk yield. Number 62. The original recipe for chocolate did not include sugar, but instead contained chili powder and other spices. Ancient civilizations like the Aztecs and Mayans consumed chocolate as a bitter, spiced drink rather than a sweet treat. They believed it had medicinal and energizing properties, often using it in rituals and as currency. It wasn't until the 16th century, when Europeans introduced sugar and milk, that chocolate took on its modern sweetened form. Number 63. Despite its massive size, China follows only one time zone, known as Beijing time, UTC+8. This means that in some parts of the country, the sun rises and sets at extremely unusual times. In the far western regions, such as Xinjiang, people often use an unofficial local time to match the natural daylight hours, even though the entire nation technically follows the same official time. Number 64. In ancient Rome, lemons were believed to be a universal antidote to all poisons. Romans would consume lemon juice or carry lemons with them in case they were exposed to poison. While lemons do contain vitamin C and antioxidants, they are not actually a cure for all toxins. However, they were commonly used as a disinfectant and food preservative. Number 65. No U.S. president has ever been an only child. Every person who has served as president has had at least one sibling, suggesting that family dynamics, competition, and collaboration may play a role in leadership development. This pattern has intrigued historians and psychologists who study how birth order might influence a person's ambition and social skills. Number 66. Ketchup was once marketed as a medicine in the 19th century. Dr. John Cook Bennett claimed that tomato-based ketchup could cure ailments such as indigestion, diarrhea, and jaundice. He even sold it in pill form as a medical remedy. However, this was eventually debunked, and ketchup evolved into the popular condiment we know today. Number 67. The last letter to be added to the modern English alphabet was J. Before the 16th century, the letters I and J were used interchangeably, with J eventually being recognized as a distinct letter. The letter was popularized by Gian Giorgio Trissino, an Italian grammarian, who formally differentiated J from I in 1524. Number 68. The Tyrannosaurus rex, T-Rex, one of the most fearsome dinosaurs, has living relatives today, birds like chickens and ostriches. Scientists have found that birds share many genetic and skeletal similarities with theropod dinosaurs. This discovery supports the theory that modern birds evolved from dinosaurs, making them the closest relatives of species like T-Rex. Number 69. In mammals and birds, gender is determined genetically, XX for females, XY or ZZ for males. However, in many reptiles, the temperature at which the eggs incubate determines whether the offspring will be male or female. This process, called temperature-dependent sex determination, occurs in animals like alligators, turtles, and some lizards. Number 70. Flamingos are not just pink on the outside, they're also pink on the inside. Their vibrant color comes from their diet, which is rich in carotenoid pigments found in algae, shrimp, and crustaceans. These pigments are broken down and absorbed, coloring their feathers, skin, and even internal tissues. Without this diet, flamingos would lose their pink hue and appear pale or white. Number 71. Hippos can breathe while nearly fully submerged due to their high-set nostrils, which stick out above the waterline. These nostrils can seal shut when the hippo dives underwater, allowing them to stay submerged for up to 5 minutes without needing to resurface for air. This adaptation is crucial for staying cool and avoiding predators. Number 72. Cuttlefish have an extraordinary ability to change color in just 200 milliseconds, which is as fast as a human blink. Their skin contains specialized cells called chromatophores, which expand and contract to produce different patterns and hues. This rapid camouflage helps them hide from predators, communicate with other cuttlefish, and hunt prey. Number 73. The hairiest animal in the world is the sea otter, which has an astonishing 100,000 to 160,000 hairs per square centimeter. Unlike most marine mammals, sea otters do not have blubber to keep warm, so they rely on their thick fur to trap air and provide insulation. This makes their fur one of the densest in the animal kingdom. Number 74. Germany has more castles than there are McDonald's locations in the US. Germany boasts approximately 25,000 castles, many dating back to the medieval period, while there are only around 13,000 McDonald's restaurants in the United States. Many of these castles have been preserved as historical landmarks, museums, or even hotels. Number 75. In the United Kingdom, dogs are one of the 3 deadliest animals, alongside bees and cows. While dogs are beloved pets, dog attacks do occur, sometimes causing serious injury or death. Bees can be deadly due to severe allergic reactions, and cows, despite being herbivores, are responsible for more human fatalities than sharks due to aggressive behavior when protecting their young. Number 76. The animal that sleeps the most is the koala, which can spend 20 to 22 hours per day asleep. This extreme sleep pattern is due to their low-energy diet, consisting mainly of eucalyptus leaves, which are difficult to digest and provide little nutrition. Sleeping helps them conserve energy. Number 77. Erythrobutyrophobia is the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of the mouth. While this happens to most people at some point, those with this phobia experience extreme anxiety at the thought of it. Some avoid peanut butter entirely, while others fear all sticky foods. The condition may stem from childhood experiences, choking fears, or texture sensitivities. Though rare, it can significantly affect a person's diet and eating habits. Number 78. Nomophobia is the fear of being without a mobile phone. People with this phobia experience anxiety, stress, or panic when their phone is lost, out of battery, or has no service. It is increasingly common in the digital age, where phones are essential for socializing, navigation, and work. Some studies link nomophobia to technology addiction, with sufferers feeling disconnected or unsafe without instant access to their devices. Number 79. The heaviest animal ever discovered is Parusetus colossus, a 39-million-year-old whale. Though shorter than a blue whale, its dense bones made it significantly heavier, with an estimated body mass of 85 to 340 tons. Fossils found in Peru suggest it was a slow-moving marine mammal, possibly adapted to a shallow water environment. Its discovery provides insights into the evolution of ancient whales. Number 80. Missouri is home to underground caves storing 1.4 billion pounds of government-owned cheese. These converted limestone mines in the Ozarks maintain a steady 36 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal preservation. The U.S. government has maintained a cheese surplus since the 1970s, supporting dairy farmers and ensuring food stability. The stockpile consists mainly of processed cheese, which has a long shelf life. Number 81. Plutophobia is the fear of money or wealth. People with this condition may avoid wealth, fear rich individuals, or feel overwhelmed by financial discussions. This phobia can stem from childhood experiences, guilt, or anxiety about the responsibilities of money management. Some intentionally remain in low-income situations to avoid wealth-related stress. Number 82. The Arctic tern holds the record for the longest migration journey, traveling up to 44,000 miles annually. This small seabird breeds in the Arctic, then flies to Antarctica to enjoy 2 summers a year. The journey provides constant daylight and abundant food, allowing the bird to live for 30 years or more while traveling over 1 million miles in its lifetime. Number 83. Cockroach dust, tiny particles from shed skin and feces, is a major cause of asthma in inner-city children. This allergen worsens respiratory conditions, especially in areas with poor ventilation. Studies show cockroach allergens are asthma triggers as strong as dust mites and pet dander. Efforts to reduce cockroach infestations can significantly improve air quality and respiratory health. Number 84. In Japan, if someone is drunk or violent, police use a plastic sheet to restrain them like a burrito. Called the burrito method, this technique reduces resistance without injuring the suspect. It is a non-violent policing approach, especially in crowded urban areas where traditional restraint methods might be too dangerous. Officers then transport the individual to sober up in a safe environment. Number 85. Octophobia is the fear of the number 8. Unlike triskaidekaphobia, fear of 13, octophobia is less common but may stem from superstitions or traumatic experiences. Some cultures consider 8 lucky, while others associate it with misfortune. People with octophobia may avoid the number in addresses, phone numbers, or even clocks. Number 86. Sloths only defecate once a week, coming down from trees to do so. This process is risky, as they are vulnerable to predators on the ground. Scientists believe their slow digestion and energy conservation play a role in this unusual habit. Some theories suggest defecating at tree bases may help fertilize the trees where they live. Number 87. Clownfish can change their sex if needed. In a group hierarchy, the largest fish is female, while others remain male. If the female dies, the dominant male transforms into a female, an irreversible biological process. This adaptation ensures their population remains stable, especially in environments where females are scarce. Number 88. Optophobia is the fear of opening one's eyes. This phobia can be extremely debilitating, making daily tasks impossible. It may develop after trauma, extreme anxiety, or sensitivity to light. People with optophobia often isolate themselves and may require therapy to manage the condition. While rare, it is one of the most disabling fears. Number 89. A grizzly bear's bite is strong enough to crush a bowling ball. With a bite force of 1200 psi, grizzlies can break bones, tear through thick flesh, and crush solid objects. Their powerful jaws help them hunt, defend themselves, and scavenge carcasses. Despite their fearsome bite, grizzlies usually avoid human encounters. Number 90. Jennifer Lawrence learned to skin a squirrel for her role in Winter's Bone, 2010. The scene, which shows her character gutting a squirrel, was realistic due to her training. The film's director wanted authenticity, so Lawrence learned survival skills used by rural communities. This dedication helped her earn an Academy Award nomination. Number 91. A coral reef in the Great Barrier Reef is taller than the Empire State Building. Discovered in 2020, it rises 500 meters from the ocean floor. This massive structure provides a habitat for marine life and contributes to the reef's biodiversity. Scientists continue to explore and study these underwater ecosystems. Number 92. Due to genetics, redheads may require 20% more anesthesia than non-redheads. The MC1R gene, responsible for red hair, is linked to pain sensitivity. Studies show that red-haired individuals are more resistant to certain painkillers and anesthesia, making surgical procedures more challenging. Anesthesiologists often adjust dosages accordingly. Number 93. A buttload is an actual measurement equal to 126 gallons of wine. This term comes from medieval wine casks, where a butt was a standard unit of liquid measurement. Though often used as a joke today, buttload originally had a specific volume definition in trade and commerce. Number 94. Globophobia is the fear of balloons. The intensity varies. Some fear popping sounds, while others avoid balloons entirely. It often develops from childhood experiences, such as a sudden balloon pop causing shock or fear. Treatment may involve gradual exposure therapy. Number 95. Though dead bones are dry and brittle, living bones are wet, flexible, and strong. About 1/3 of bone weight is water, allowing bones to absorb impact without breaking easily. Bones also constantly regenerate, keeping them strong throughout life. Number 96. Nur is the lint that collects at the bottom of pockets. This word is little known, but describes a common phenomenon. It comes from regional dialects and has no widely accepted origin, but it's a fun and oddly specific term. Number 97. Ephibophobia is the fear of teenagers. Some people perceive teens as rude, unpredictable, or rebellious, leading to anxiety. It often stems from negative media portrayals or personal bad experiences. Number 98. Electric eels can generate 600 volts of electricity, enough to stun prey or deter predators. Their bodies contain electrocytes, functioning like a biological battery stack. Though rare, shocks could be fatal to humans. Number 99. If you sneeze when exposed to bright light, you might have HU syndrome, autosomal dominant compelling helio-ophthalmic outburst syndrome. This inherited trait affects 10 to 35% of people. Number 100. Linonophobia is the fear of string. Some avoid sewing, shoelaces, or ropes, experiencing anxiety at even thinking about string. Treatment includes gradual exposure. Number 100. 1. Pogonophobia is the fear of beards. It often results from a negative past experience with a bearded person or discomfort with hidden facial expressions. Number 101. Vestophobia is a fear of clothing. For many people, this manifests as a fear of a specific particular garment. For others, it might come from a fear of tight-fitting clothing that causes one to feel constrained. In other cases, it is a fear of all bits of clothing. Number 1, earwax is not just a random substance in your ears, it's actually a specialized form of sweat. It is produced by the ceruminous glands in the ear canal and serves an important role in keeping your ears clean. Earwax helps trap dust, debris, and bacteria, preventing infections and irritation. It also has natural lubricating properties that keep your ear canal from becoming too dry or itchy. Without earwax, our ears would be more vulnerable to infections and discomfort. Number 2, your eyes blink approximately 20 times every minute, which means they blink more than 10 million times a year. Blinking is an automatic reflex that keeps your eyes moist, removes debris, and helps distribute nutrients across the cornea. The rate of blinking can increase when you are tired, stressed, or exposed to bright lights. Interestingly, when reading or staring at a screen, people tend to blink less, which can lead to dry eyes and discomfort. Number 3. The only muscle in the human body that never gets tired is the heart. Unlike other muscles that require rest, the heart is made of cardiac muscle tissue, which has unique properties allowing it to contract continuously without fatigue. It beats around 100,000 times a day and pumps approximately 2,000 gallons of blood daily. The heart works nonstop from the moment you are conceived until the day you die, making it one of the most resilient organs in the human body. Number 4. The fluttery sensation you feel in your stomach when you see someone you like, often called butterflies, is actually a physiological response to stress. This sensation is caused by the release of adrenaline, a hormone that triggers the body's fight-or-flight response. Adrenaline redirects blood away from the digestive system to vital organs, causing that uneasy feeling. While often associated with love or excitement, this response can also happen in other stressful situations, like before a big presentation or competition. Number 5. Despite its reputation for causing cavities, chocolate contains an ingredient that may actually help prevent tooth decay. This compound, called theobromine, is found in cocoa and has been shown to strengthen tooth enamel, making it more resistant to acid attacks. Some studies suggest that dark chocolate, which has a higher concentration of cocoa, may even be better for your teeth than some sugary treats. However, the key is moderation. Too much added sugar in chocolate can still lead to cavities. Number 6. In North Korea, people are only legally permitted to choose from 28 government-approved haircuts. Of these, women have 14 options, while men have 14 different styles to choose from as well. These haircuts are designed to reflect North Korean ideals of modesty and conformity. The country's leader, Kim Jong-un, reportedly does not allow citizens to copy his hairstyle. Dyeing hair in unnatural colors or styling it in a Western fashion is also strictly prohibited under North Korean law. Number 7. Humans are unable to walk in a perfectly straight line without a visual point of reference. If blindfolded or placed in a foggy environment with no landmarks, people will unknowingly start walking in circles. Scientists believe this happens because of slight differences in leg strength, stride length, or balance, which accumulate over time. Without visual cues to correct their path, individuals drift off course. Studies show that even when people believe they are walking straight, they eventually veer off without realizing it. Number 8. Even though smoking has been banned on airplanes for decades, airlines are still required to have ashtrays on board. This is because, despite the strict no-smoking policies, some passengers still attempt to break the rules. Having designated ashtrays ensures that if someone does light a cigarette, there is a safe place to dispose of it rather than risking a fire hazard. Airplane lavatories are always equipped with ashtrays for this reason, even though they also have no smoking signs. Number 10. Some octopuses have a grim self-destructive quirk. If they swallow food without properly chewing, they can accidentally lobotomize themselves. This happens because their esophagus passes through their brain. Large, unchewed food can compress vital brain tissue, leading to severe damage or even death. While octopuses are highly intelligent creatures, this bizarre anatomical flaw shows how delicately balanced even brilliant biological designs can be. Number 11. Birds have a surprising advantage when it comes to spicy foods. They can't taste capsaicin, the compound that makes peppers hot. This evolutionary quirk explains why peppers develop their spice, to deter mammals while allowing birds to eat and spread their seeds. Birds happily munch on fiery peppers without flinching, ensuring plants can scatter their progeny far and wide without being gobbled up by pesky mammals. Number 12. Belize's national flag boasts 12 colors, making it the most colorful flag in the world. Adopted in 1981, the flag depicts two figures, tools of labor, and a lush wreath set against a blue background. Its vibrant design symbolizes the country's rich cultural diversity and agricultural roots. If there were a global contest for most visually dynamic national symbol, Belize would undoubtedly win with flying colors, literally. Number 13. In 2019, scientists stumbled upon the world's oldest known artwork, a 44,000-year-old cave painting on the Indonesian island of Sulawesi. The scene features wild pigs and human-animal hybrids in what appears to be a hunting tableau. This prehistoric masterpiece predates many other ancient works and reveals how early humans used art to express stories and mythologies. It's like finding humanity's first comic strip etched into stone. Number 14. France reigns as the world's most visited country, welcoming a staggering 90 million tourists in 2018. From the Eiffel Tower to the lavender fields of Provence, visitors flock to experience its charm. Spain claims the runner-up spot, proving Europe's irresistible allure. Whether it's cuisine, art, or architecture, France's magnetic appeal ensures it remains a cultural pilgrimage site for millions year after year. Number 15. All of Wikipedia, the sum of human knowledge in text form, can fit into a file smaller than the latest Call of Duty video game. The text-only version occupies just 51 GB uncompressed, while multimedia content requires a whopping 428 TB. This comparison highlights how sleek and efficient Wikipedia's digital archive is, despite containing billions of words, and how massive modern gaming files have become. Number 16. Spencer Silver, the inventor of the Post-it note, wasn't even trying to create a weak adhesive. On the contrary, he was looking for something strong when he stumbled upon a glue that barely stuck. A failed experiment turned into a triumph when his coworker used the glue to bookmark his hymnal pages. The Post-it note now sticks everywhere, proof that great inventions sometimes come from happy accidents. Number 17. Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen revolutionized medicine when he accidentally discovered X-rays in 1895. While experimenting with cathode rays, he noticed an eerie glow on a fluorescent screen, caused by invisible rays passing through solid objects. Röntgen's discovery allowed humans to peer inside the body for the first time, forever transforming diagnostics. He even took an X-ray of his wife's hand, an image that shocked the world with its skeletal detail. Number 18. Percy Spencer, a Raytheon engineer, inadvertently invented the microwave when he noticed a chocolate bar in his pocket melting near radar equipment. Intrigued, he experimented further and realized microwaves could rapidly heat food.
This accidental breakthrough changed kitchens forever, turning bulky ovens and long cooking times into convenient high-speed meals. It's a delicious reminder that invention often strikes when you least expect it. Number 19. Silly Putty, the stretchy childhood toy, wasn't designed to entertain kids. During World War II, scientists searched for a synthetic rubber substitute, and Ruth Graves accidentally created a silicone polymer with bizarre properties, bouncy yet moldable. While it failed as rubber, its odd characteristics charmed children worldwide. What started as an industrial mistake became a household staple, reminding us that play can arise from serious pursuits. Number 20. Penicillin, the first life-saving antibiotic, was discovered accidentally by Alexander Fleming in 1928. Returning from vacation, Fleming found a strange mold, Penicillium notatum, growing in one of his Petri dishes, killing surrounding bacteria. What he almost discarded became a medical marvel, leading to antibiotics that have saved millions of lives. This lucky breakthrough launched modern medicine, proving that sometimes the greatest discoveries come from overlooked mistakes. Number 21. The beloved potato chip owes its crunchy existence to an annoyed chef named George Crumb. In 1853, a picky diner at a New York resort repeatedly sent back his fries, complaining they were too thick. In frustration, Crumb sliced the potatoes paper thin, fried them to a crisp, and served them as a snarky comeback. To his surprise, the customer loved them, and the potato chip was born. Number 22. Chocolate chip cookies, a kitchen classic, came about thanks to a happy accident in the 1930s. Ruth Wakefield, owner of the Toll House Inn, ran out of baker's chocolate and chopped up a semi-sweet bar, expecting it to melt. Instead, the chocolate held its shape, creating gooey pockets of flavor in her dough. The chocolate chip cookie has since become a sweet icon loved worldwide. Number 23. Teflon, the super slippery material used in nonstick cookware, was discovered by Roy Plunkett in 1938 while working on refrigerants for DuPont. He found a mysterious, waxy substance that resisted heat and friction, sparking its use in everything from pans to spacesuits. Teflon's accidental discovery highlights how serendipity often delivers materials that revolutionize entire industries. Number 24. The word millionaire was first coined in 1826 by British author Benjamin Disraeli in his novel Vivian Grey. The term described a level of wealth that seemed unfathomable to most people at the time. Today, with millions of millionaires worldwide, the concept is far more common, but the word still holds a sense of status and success, originating from literature that shaped public imagination. Number 25. The phrase blue chip comes from poker, where blue chips traditionally carry the highest value. This term entered the business world to describe reliable, financially strong companies, similar to how blue poker chips symbolize stability and worth. From Wall Street to casual conversation, the poker table origins of blue chip remind us of the enduring link between language, risk, and value. Number 26. The first credit card was issued by American Express in 1951, forever changing how we make payments. Initially designed as a simple charge card for travel and dining expenses, it marked the beginning of a cashless economy. Today, credit cards are a staple of global commerce, with trillions of transactions made annually. What started as a convenience is now an essential tool for modern financial life. Number 27. If you knock out a tooth, don't panic. Putting it back into its socket might save it. Teeth can regenerate their roots if reinserted quickly and properly. This remarkable ability is due to the body's natural healing process, which can fuse the tooth back into place. Dentists recommend rinsing the tooth gently, replanting it, and seeking professional care immediately. It's dental magic in action. Number 28. A housefly lives for only about 14 days, yet its brief life is incredibly eventful. In those 2 weeks, a fly can lay up to 500 eggs, spread diseases, and annoy countless humans with its buzzing. Despite their short lifespan, flies play an important ecological role, aiding in decomposition and serving as food for other animals. Their fast-paced existence proves you can do a lot in a little time. Number 29. The Saluki, often called the royal dog of Egypt, is the oldest known dog breed, dating back over 5,000 years. Ancient carvings depict these sleek, elegant dogs, accompanying pharaohs and hunters alike. Seleucus were so revered that they were often mummified alongside their owners. Known for their incredible speed and endurance, they remain a symbol of loyalty, beauty, and history, bridging the past and present. Number 30. The bee hummingbird, native to Cuba, is the smallest bird in the world, measuring just 2.2 inches long and weighing less than a dime. Despite its size, this tiny marvel has a huge appetite, feeding on nectar from over 1,500 flowers daily. Its wings beat so fast, up to 80 times per second, that they create a humming sound, giving the bird its name. Small but mighty, it's nature's little powerhouse. Number 31. An astounding 75% of wild birds never make it past 6 months of age. Predators, accidents, and harsh environmental conditions all contribute to this high mortality rate. However, the survivors often live much longer, with some species thriving for decades. This brutal early survival phase ensures that only the strongest, smartest, or luckiest birds make it to adulthood, continuing their species in the face of adversity. Number 32. The slowest fish in the world is the seahorse, which travels at a mere 0.01 miles per hour. While its pace might seem unimpressive, the seahorse uses its slow, deliberate movements to its advantage, blending perfectly into its surroundings. With its prehensile tail for anchoring and upright swimming posture, it's a master of stealth in underwater grasslands. Slow and steady, the seahorse thrives in its own quiet, leisurely way. Number 33. Of the 650 known species of leeches, only Hirudo medicinalis is used in medical treatments. This medicinal leech has been a part of healthcare for thousands of years, dating back to ancient Egypt. Today, leeches assist in microsurgery by improving blood circulation and removing clots. Their saliva contains anticoagulants and painkillers, making them tiny, wriggling surgeons that blend modern science with historical practice. Number 34. The Fore people of Papua New Guinea once practiced ritual cannibalism to honor their dead. Unfortunately, this tradition led to the spread of kuru, a prion disease that causes paralysis and uncontrollable laughter before death. Tragically, the condition made infected bodies develop a fatty layer, which was said to make them taste delicious. The irony? Those most eager to honor the dead became the disease's next victims. Number 35. Eels have a unique life cycle. They spawn in the open ocean, but spend their adult lives in rivers. European eels, for example, journey thousands of miles to the Sargasso Sea to reproduce, with their offspring drifting back to freshwater habitats. This mysterious migration has puzzled scientists for centuries, as no one has ever witnessed eels spawning in the wild. These secretive swimmers remain an enigma of the natural world. Number 36. A crocodile's tongue is permanently attached to the roof of its mouth, preventing it from moving. This odd adaptation keeps the tongue out of the way, while the croc's jaws snap shut with bone-crushing force. It's also handy when hunting underwater, ensuring they don't accidentally swallow debris while lunging at prey. For crocodiles, immobility isn't a flaw, it's an evolutionary feature that suits their predatory lifestyle. Number 37. A snail's head has 2 pairs of tentacles, each serving a unique purpose. The longer pair contains the eyes, helping the snail navigate its environment, while the shorter pair is responsible for smelling and feeling. Some snail species have only 1 pair, meaning they must rely on a single, multi-purpose tentacle. These slow-moving creatures prove that nature can package sensory tools efficiently, even in tiny, slimy forms. Number 38. Sharks and rays don't have regular fish scales. Instead, their skin is covered in tiny, tooth-like structures called dermal denticles. These spikes reduce drag in the water, making sharks some of the fastest and most efficient swimmers in the ocean. Early humans even used shark skin as sandpaper for polishing wood. Razor sharp and resilient, these microscopic teeth are a testament to evolution's ingenuity. Number 39. In humans, nerve cells can grow up to 1 meter long, allowing signals to travel from the spine to the tips of your toes. But in animals, nerves get even longer. Giraffes have a laryngeal nerve that stretches 5 meters down their necks and back up again. Blue whales take it further with spinal nerve cells reaching 24 meters. One single cell relaying messages across the body of Earth's largest animal. Number 40. For millions of years, trees were practically indestructible because no organisms could break down lignin, the key component of wood. During the Carboniferous period, fallen trees piled up, creating massive coal deposits. Eventually, fungi evolved to digest lignin, finally returning trees to the natural cycle of decomposition. Without those ancient fungi, forests might still be piling up today, and we'd be missing the fossil fuels that shaped human industry. Number 41. Pineapples contain an enzyme called bromelain that breaks down proteins, which is why your mouth might feel tingly or sore after eating too much raw pineapple. Essentially, as you eat the pineapple, it's also eating you back. Bromelain is so powerful that it's often used as a meat tenderizer. Cooking the fruit destroys the enzyme, making it safe for your mouth. But where's the fun in that? Number 42. In Spain, greetings often involve a kiss on each cheek. Known as besos, this traditional gesture is a sign of warmth and friendliness. However, the exact protocol can vary. Men usually shake hands, while women receive the double kiss. It's a cultural norm that highlights Spain's emphasis on social connection and personal touch, making even a simple hello a charming ritual. Number 43. In Egypt, asking for salt at the dinner table is considered rude. The gesture implies that the food is poorly seasoned, subtly insulting the host's cooking. Egyptian hospitality places great value on food, and meals are often a communal, joyful experience. To avoid offense, guests are expected to appreciate the dishes as they're served, a lesson in gracious dining and respecting local traditions. Number 44. Vincent van Gogh, now regarded as one of history's greatest painters, only sold one painting in his lifetime. Titled The Red Vineyard at Arles, it was purchased by his brother's friend for 400 francs. Despite his immense talent, Van Gogh struggled with poverty and obscurity during his life. Today, his works are priceless, reminding us how brilliance often goes unrecognized until long after its time. Number 45. The famous Charging Bull statue near Wall Street was a guerrilla art installation by sculptor Arturo de Modica. In 1987, he paid $350,000 out of his own pocket to create the 7,000-pound bronze bull as a symbol of strength and optimism following the stock market crash. Placed illegally overnight, the bull was later embraced by the city and became an iconic financial district landmark. Number 46. In South Korea, writing someone's name in red ink is a big no-no. Traditionally, red ink was used to record the names of deceased individuals, making it a symbol of death. Writing a living person's name in red is seen as ominous or disrespectful. It's a fascinating cultural detail that reminds visitors to choose their pens carefully when signing cards or documents. Number 47. Finland takes sauna culture to the next level, with nearly every household having one. Saunas are so central to Finnish life that they're not just for relaxation. They're also where business deals are sealed and important conversations happen. Known for their intense heat and tradition of loili, steam, saunas reflect Finland's emphasis on community, health, and resilience in the face of freezing winters. Number 48. Despite global fame, no one knows the true identity of Banksy, the world's most famous graffiti artist. Known for his satirical, politically charged works, Banksy has managed to maintain anonymity for decades while captivating audiences worldwide. His art has appeared on everything from urban walls to auction houses, blurring the line between rebellion and high art, a mystery that only adds to his legend. Number 49. In Greece, waving with an open palm can be seen as deeply insulting. Known as the moutsa, this gesture historically symbolized shaming someone by smearing ash or dirt in their face. To avoid offending anyone, it's better to wave with a closed hand or a small, subtle gesture. It's an essential cultural tip for visitors to Greece, where seemingly innocent actions can carry a surprising history. Number 50. In Venezuela, arriving on time to a social gathering can make you stand out in the wrong way. Culturally, guests are expected to arrive 15 to 30 minutes late to avoid seeming overly eager. Known as La Hora Venezolana, this relaxed approach to punctuality reflects a broader emphasis on socializing over rigid schedules. Just don't try the same trick at work. Number 51. X-rays of Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa reveal that there are 3 earlier versions of the painting hidden beneath the final image. These layers suggest that Da Vinci reworked his masterpiece multiple times, refining his vision of the enigmatic woman. The discovery highlights his perfectionism and artistic process, adding even more mystery to one of the most famous faces in art history. Number 52. Iran's weekend falls on Thursday and Friday, aligning with the country's Islamic traditions. This schedule allows for Friday, the holy day in Islam, to be observed as a day of rest and worship. While the rest of the world typically follows a Saturday-Sunday weekend, Iran's calendar highlights cultural and religious differences in how time and work are structured. Number 53. In Bulgaria, nodding your head means no, and shaking it means yes. This reversal of gestures can create humorous and confusing situations for visitors. The origin of this custom is unclear, but it's deeply ingrained in Bulgarian culture. To avoid misunderstandings, it's always best to clarify verbally, especially when asking important questions. Number 54. In Fiji, raising your eyebrows is a simple yet effective way of saying yes. This nonverbal gesture is used frequently in conversations, making communication smoother and quicker. Instead of verbal affirmations, a quick eyebrow flick speaks volumes in Fijian culture. It's a fun reminder of how body language can vary widely across the world. Number 55. Professional ballerinas go through an average of 12 pairs of pointe shoes per week. The extreme pressure and strain of dancing on pointe wear out the shoes quickly, with some performances requiring multiple pairs. These delicate-looking shoes are a dancer's most essential tool, allowing them to achieve gravity-defying moves while enduring the rigors of training and performance. Number 56. In Hungary, clinking glasses while drinking is considered bad luck. This tradition stems from the 1848 Hungarian Revolution, when Austrian generals reportedly celebrated Hungary's defeat by loudly clinking their beer glasses. As a mark of respect and remembrance, Hungarians avoided this custom for 150 years. While the tradition has softened over time, many still abstain, showing how deeply history can influence even small social gestures. Number 57. Most car horns in America beep in the key of F. This consistent pitch wasn't chosen for musical reasons, but because it cuts through traffic noise effectively, ensuring drivers can hear it clearly. The F note strikes the perfect balance of urgency and annoyance, making it ideal for grabbing attention in a busy environment. If you ever hum along to a honking horn, now you know why. Number 58. The Dodge brothers, Horace and John, founders of the Dodge Automobile Company, were Jewish, which is why their early company logo featured a Star of David. This emblem symbolized strength and unity, as well as their cultural roots. Though the logo eventually changed, the early design reflects an interesting and lesser-known part of automotive history. Number 59. In 1955, the Ford Thunderbird outsold the Chevrolet Corvette by a staggering ratio of 24-1. With 16,155 Thunderbirds sold compared to only 673 Corvettes, the Thunderbird quickly became a symbol of stylish, luxurious driving. Though production of the Thunderbird ended in 2005, the Corvette remains an enduring icon of American performance cars, proving that even the underdog can have the last word. Number 60. Nectar can ferment in hot weather, and when bees consume this boozy liquid, they get drunk. A tipsy bee might fly erratically or even struggle to return to the hive. To maintain order, worker bees will block intoxicated bees from re-entering, ensuring the hive remains functional. It's nature's version of a bouncer keeping the rowdiest patrons out of the club. Number 61. The pronunciation of Arkansas was formally defined by the state legislature due to a disagreement between its early senators. Some insisted on the French-derived pronunciation Arkansas, while others preferred the Americanized Arkansas. To settle the matter, lawmakers officially chose Arkansas, aligning with the original French influence, but adding a uniquely Southern twist to the state's name. Number 62. If you stand beneath the clock tower commonly called Big Ben in London with a digital radio tuned to the BBC, you'll hear the chimes on the radio before you hear them live. This happens because sound travels faster digitally, from the microphone to the BBC studio and back to your radio, than it does through the air. It's a fascinating reminder of the speed of modern technology compared to good old analog acoustics. Number 63. Oklahoma's official state vegetable is watermelon. Despite being a fruit by botanical standards, watermelon earned the title in recognition of its cultural importance in Oklahoma's agriculture. This quirky designation highlights how state symbols can blur scientific definitions in favor of tradition and pride. Plus, who doesn't love watermelon? Number 64. Korean fairy tales begin with the whimsical phrase, "Back when tigers used to smoke." This poetic opening reflects an era when the tiger, a key figure in Korean mythology, symbolized wisdom and strength. The phrase evokes a fantastical past where anything was possible, much like Once Upon a Time in Western tales. It adds an extra layer of charm to Korean storytelling traditions. Number 65. The raised reflective markers on highways are called Bot's dots, named after Dr. Albert Botz, who pioneered their use. These little bumps provide tactile and visual feedback to drivers, helping prevent lane departures and accidents. Though seemingly simple, Botz's dots have saved countless lives and transformed road safety worldwide, proving small ideas can have enormous impacts. Number 66. At the turn of the millennium, Hong Kong had the highest number of Rolls-Royces per capita in the world. This luxury car concentration reflected the city's immense wealth and status as a hub for business elites. Owning a Rolls-Royce in such a densely packed urban environment wasn't just about transportation. It was a statement of prestige and opulence. Number 67. If you smell fish but no one is cooking, you may have an electrical fire. Burning plastic and wiring often emit a fishy odor as they overheat and smolder, serving as an early warning sign of danger. It's a lesser-known fact that could save lives, as identifying this strange smell and acting quickly might prevent a small issue from turning into a catastrophic fire. Number 68. It takes 6 months to hand-build a Rolls-Royce, compared to just 13 hours for a Toyota. Each Rolls-Royce is meticulously crafted with bespoke details to meet its owner's specifications. This attention to precision and luxury makes the Rolls-Royce a masterpiece of engineering and artistry. While Toyotas roll off the line quickly, Rolls-Royce is a reminder that some things simply cannot be rushed. Number 69. Many Buddhist statues across Asia exhibit Greek artistic influences, a legacy of Alexander the Great's conquests. When Greek culture merged with Buddhism through the Greco-Bactrian kingdoms, statues of Buddha began to feature draped robes, curly hair, and realistic facial features, hallmarks of Hellenistic art. This cultural exchange gave rise to the Gandhara style, blending Greek aesthetics with spiritual symbolism. Number 70. In Switzerland, it was once illegal to slam a car door. The law aimed to maintain peace and quiet in residential neighborhoods, where loud noises were considered disruptive. Although the rule has since been lifted, it's a humorous reminder of how far some communities will go to preserve tranquility, even if it means policing car doors. Number 71. Before the invention of the light bulb, humans averaged 10 hours of sleep per night. People also practiced segmented sleep, dividing their rest into 2 periods with a wakeful interlude in between. During this midnight hour, they would stoke the fire, enjoy a snack, or socialize before returning to bed. The light bulb's arrival shortened sleep durations dramatically, forever changing our natural rhythm. Number 72. In Athens, Greece, drivers can lose their licenses if they are deemed poorly dressed or unbathed. This unusual law reflects the city's emphasis on public decorum and hygiene. While it's rarely enforced today, the rule highlights how social norms can influence even traffic laws, encouraging people to present their best selves behind the wheel. Number 73. The city of Damascus, Syria, is considered the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world. With a history spanning over 11,000 years, Damascus has seen empires rise and fall, including the Romans, Byzantines, and Ottomans. Its winding streets and ancient architecture hold stories of millennia, making it a living testament to human civilization's endurance and adaptability. Number 74. The most eastern part of the Western world is located in Ilomantsi, Finland. This small municipality marks the geographical boundary between Europe and Russia. Known for its beautiful forests, Orthodox churches, and rich Karelian culture, Ilomantsi stands as a quiet, scenic reminder of where East and West meet, both geographically and culturally. Number 75. In England, some of the largest landowners are the Queen, the Church of England, and Trinity College, Cambridge. These historic institutions hold vast tracts of land, much of it acquired over centuries. From agricultural fields to urban properties, their holdings reflect the deeply rooted influence of monarchy, religion, and academia in shaping England's landscape and economy. Number 76. The name Dublin comes from the Irish words Dubh Linn, meaning black pool. This refers to a tidal pool formed by the River Liffey near what is now Dublin Castle. Over time, Dubh Linn evolved into the modern name, but its ancient origins are still remembered in local landmarks and lore. This linguistic history connects modern Dubliners to their Celtic past. Number 77. YouTube was created by 3 former PayPal employees, Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawed Karim, in February 2005. What started as a platform for sharing videos quickly exploded into a global phenomenon. Just 18 months later, Google purchased YouTube for $1.65 billion, cementing its place as the world's leading video sharing website and a cornerstone of digital culture. Number 78. Sony was originally called Tatsuken when it was founded in 1946. The company later changed its name to Sony, combining the Latin word sonus, sound, with sunny, a colloquial term for young boy in English. The name change reflected the company's ambition to be globally recognizable while emphasizing innovation and youthfulness, a strategy that clearly paid off. Number 79. In Australia, Burger King operates under the name Hungry Jack's. When Burger King expanded to Australia, its name was already trademarked by a local business. The franchise owner, Jack Cowan, chose Hungry Jack's as an alternative. The branding stuck, and the Australian version of Burger King remains uniquely its own, serving Whoppers with an Aussie twist. Number 80. The zip code 12345 is assigned to General Electric in Schenectady, New York. Because of its simplicity, this zip code receives an unexpected volume of fan mail from children who believe it belongs to Santa Claus. GE employees often play along, responding to letters and spreading a bit of holiday cheer from their industrial headquarters. Number 81. Every year, an area of tropical rainforest the size of Tennessee is cut down. These forests, often referred to as the lungs of the Earth, are crucial for regulating the planet's climate and supporting millions of species. The loss of this land not only threatens biodiversity, but also accelerates climate change, underscoring the urgent need for conservation efforts worldwide. Number 82. Hurricanes, tornadoes, and large ocean currents spin clockwise in the southern hemisphere and counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere. This phenomenon, known as the Coriolis effect, is caused by the rotation of the Earth. The invisible force affects everything from weather systems to oceanic flows, creating patterns that shape life on a global scale. Number 83. The U.S. state of Maryland has no natural lakes. While it may seem surprising, every lake in Maryland is man-made, created for purposes like irrigation, recreation, or flood control. Despite lacking natural lakes, Maryland's waterways and reservoirs contribute to its scenic beauty, offering plenty of opportunities for boating, fishing, and water sports. Number 84. Mount Vernon, Washington, grows more tulips than the entire country of Holland. Known as the tulip capital of North America, this small town's annual tulip festival draws visitors from around the world. Fields of vibrant blooms stretch for miles, creating a kaleidoscope of color that rivals even the famed tulip farms of the Netherlands. Number 85. A gallon of seawater contains about a quarter pound of salt. That's roughly 3.5% salinity, a concentration that gives oceans their distinctive taste and buoyancy. If all the salt from the ocean were spread across the planet's surface, it would form a layer over 500 feet thick, enough to bury entire cities. Number 86. Florida has more tornadoes per square mile than any other U.S. state. While most people associate tornadoes with the Midwest's Tornado Alley, Florida's warm, humid climate creates frequent thunderstorms capable of spawning twisters. These tornadoes are often small and short-lived, but still pack enough punch to cause significant damage. Number 87. Dirty snow melts faster than clean snow because dirt particles absorb more heat from the sun. This accelerates the melting process, turning white snow into slush much quicker. It's a little-known fact that demonstrates how small changes, like pollution or footprints, can have a big impact on natural processes. Number 88. The warmest temperature ever recorded in Antarctica was 3 degrees Fahrenheit, measuring 16 degrees. Despite being the coldest continent on Earth, occasional heat waves occur, primarily during summer months. This extreme warm temperature serves as a reminder of how harsh and unforgiving Antarctica's climate can be, even at its mildest. Number 89. The bark of mature redwood trees is fireproof. These giants of the forest have evolved to withstand wildfires, with thick, spongy bark that insulates the living tissue underneath. Some redwoods have survived fires for thousands of years, making them a symbol of resilience and the power of nature to adapt to adversity. Number 90. The longest recorded female beard measured an impressive 36 centimeters, 14 inches. This record was set by Harnum Kaur, a British woman who embraced her beard as part of her identity. Diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, which causes excess hair growth, Kaur became an advocate for self-acceptance and body positivity, challenging beauty standards worldwide. Number 91. Rhinos carry only about 5% body fat, and much of it is concentrated on the bottoms of their feet. This anatomical quirk not only makes them silent runners, but also allows them to charge at full sprint without making a sound. For animals that weigh up to 2 tons, this stealthy adaptation is both surprising and impressive. Number 92. Oak trees don't produce acorns until they are at least 50 years old, sometimes even older. This long wait reflects the slow, deliberate growth of oak trees, which can live for hundreds of years. By the time they start producing acorns, they've already established themselves as towering, sturdy giants of the forest, ensuring that their seeds have the best chance of survival. Number 93. Olive trees can live for up to 1,500 years, with some ancient specimens still producing olives today. These trees are symbols of endurance and resilience, thriving in harsh climates with minimal water. In regions like Greece, Italy, and the Middle East, ancient olive groves serve as living monuments to civilizations that cultivated them millennia ago, bridging the past with the present. Number 94. The word marijuana comes from the Spanish slang term Maria Juana, or Mary Jane. The term became widely used in the United States in the early 20th century, especially during anti-cannabis campaigns. Its Spanish origins reflect how the plant, and its cultural significance, spread from the Americas to the rest of the world, gaining a name with a surprisingly innocent ring to it. Number 95. The Old English word for sneeze was fneosan. This quirky term highlights how the sound of a sneeze influenced language even centuries ago. Over time, fneosan evolved into the modern English word sneeze, an example of how our language adapts and simplifies sounds to match human experience. Gesundheit, anyone? Number 96. The word checkmate in chess comes from the Persian phrase shahmat, meaning the king is dead. Originating in ancient Persia, chess spread across the world, carrying its terminology with it. Shahmat reflects the finality of the game, as the opposing king is trapped with no escape. This powerful phrase endures, giving the game a regal and historical resonance. Number 97. The word vodka is derived from the Russian word voda, meaning water, with vodka translating to little water. This diminutive name reflects vodka's clarity and versatility, as it was traditionally considered a pure, neutral spirit. Despite its innocuous name, vodka packs quite a punch and remains one of the most consumed spirits worldwide. Number 98. The term electric was first coined in 1600 by William Gilbert, physician to Queen Elizabeth I. Gilbert used the word to describe the mysterious force he observed in amber when rubbed with cloth, which attracted small objects. His work laid the foundation for modern electrical science, proving that even basic observations can spark revolutions in understanding. Number 99. The language Malayalam, spoken in parts of India, is unique because its name is a palindrome. It reads the same forwards and backwards. This linguistic quirk reflects the symmetry and complexity of Malayalam, which has a rich history of literature, poetry, and tradition. It's a fun fact for language lovers and a testament to the creativity of human speech.
Number 100. A foxticle is a fake news article that's so believable it spreads more readily than real news. In today's digital age, foxticles highlight the challenge of separating fact from fiction. Often crafted with humor or satire, they walk a fine line between entertainment and misinformation, making critical thinking more important than ever. Number 101. Raphael Lemkin, a Polish Jewish lawyer, coined the term genocide in 1943 to describe the systematic destruction of a group of people. Lemkin's work was inspired by the atrocities of World War II and led to the concept becoming recognized under international law. His advocacy laid the groundwork for prosecuting war crimes and protecting vulnerable populations worldwide.